Hello everyone and welcome back here to Bancroft Memorial Park here on July 2nd here in Bancroft, Iowa. The North Iowa Ragin Roosters will take on the Pierre Trappers here tonight in Game 3 of a 4-game series here in Bancroft. Last night the Ragin Roosters came away with a massive victory to their names as they came away 8-16 the final in what was an outstanding offensive performance for the Ragin Roosters. For tonight's lineup though for the Ragin Roosters, we're going to have Michael Pratt lead us off tonight once again. This time he's in center field. Zach Dickinson, he'll be in right. He will hit second after coming off a 3-for-5 performance in Game 1. Eddie Magical gets his very first start in the outfield this season. He'll be in left field. Wyatt Duncan will be at first. He'll be hitting in the 4th spot. Jarrett Brennan back in the lineup again. He'll be at second, hitting 5th. Nick Easton will be DHing tonight, hitting in the 6th spot. Griffin Snyder will be over there at 3rd after being at short. He'll hit 7th. Cy Probst will be tonight's battery, hitting 8th. Now, Caden Miller will also be hitting in the 9th spot. Tonight's shortstop is now River Terry. Will get the start on the mound. For the Pierre Trappers, Jackson Mix will be starting at shortstop, hitting 1st. Trevor Seagraves will be at second base, hitting 2nd. Tynan Shahidi, the 3rd hitter, left fielder, as Hunter Brown, now the 3rd baseman, hitting in the 4th spot. As Maddox Mueller, the center fielder, will hit 5th. Noah McCreer, the DH, hits in the 6th spot. Carson Trumpold hitting in the 7th spot as the catcher. Colton Yanish at 1st, he'll hit 8th. And Jacob Griffin, the right fielder, will hit 9th. Caleb Hay, the ace for this Pierre Trappers squad, will get the start. First pitch is set for 6:35 here in Bancroft as the Ragin Roosters will look for victory number 10 on the year. Now at 9-20 on the season, they'll look to see if they can come away with yet another victory. One game 1, 7-4, and one game 2, 16-8. So with that being said, they'll take on the Pierre Trappers tonight, who are 11-22 on the season. We'll be right back after this quick break, ready for pitch number 1 here in Bancroft for Game 3. So we'll be back momentarily. Thank you for listening to the Ragin Rooster broadcast here on YouTube. We'll be back in a quick moment. Hello everyone and welcome back here to Bancroft Memorial Park as we have a bit of a standoff here before first pitch. Anthony Barraza on the left-hand side, and we have Travis Herbert on the right-hand side for the Ragin Roosters, as both of them are currently in a bit of a standoff. But River Terry will get the start here tonight, his first since that first game against the Pierre Trappers. Unfortunately for him, had a bit of a rough outing. He now comes up to start once again against these Pierre Trappers, as the Centralia Community College product will come up. So is Barraza on the left field line and Travis Herbert on the right field line as they stand one apart once again. Another standoff between these two sides. They had one last night where, technically speaking, Travis Herbert stepped away first, though the home plate umpire did call this off first, of course. So the home plate umpire now just watching on as Eric Lemberg comes to talk out to Barraza for a moment, as Herbert's kind of on his own right now. It is a very short bench here tonight for the Ragin Roosters, unfortunately for them. Stain Naksuka is the only one who is currently available, and he's not in uniform, so it's mostly pitchers that are the only ones that are available for the Ragin Roosters here tonight. So now Jackson Mix will look to lead us off tonight's shortstop, hitting first for these Pierre Trappers. As yesterday was a bit of an interesting ball game between these two sides. 16-8 your score. The Ragin Roosters come away victorious, but not before 11 errors between the two sides. 6 by the Ragin Roosters, 5 by the Pierre Trappers. The Ragin Roosters able to at least score on those errors. Unfortunately for the Pierre Trappers, they were not so lucky. The first pitch from River Terry, strike on the outside part of the zone, 0-1 the count to the left-handed hitting shortstop. He gets the lead tonight as Trevor Seagraves will hit next and then be followed up by Tynan Shahidi. 0-1 now the count. The Ragin Roosters once again in their white unis here in Bancroft Memorial Park. The next pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. Jackson Mix goes down and in on the fastball and he swings at it. So 0-2 now the count from River Terry. Terry, who got the start at third base last night, now steps onto the mound, as currently we are limited in our pitching currently, as Travis Herbert is out after coming in with his relief appearance. Was already kind of tired as is. He now gets a couple days of rest. And the next pitch, hit out there towards the left side, as Caden Miller's going to call off Griffin Snyder, and that'll be out number 1 on the pop-up to the infield. Battling that sun over there on that shortstop side. He now has one away, and Trevor Seagraves now up to the plate. Seagraves, the second baseman tonight, batting .230 now on the year, a .356 on base percentage. The man who likes to idolize Dustin Pedroia, the former Red Sox second baseman, in a play style that resembles his quite a bit. It's been an excellent form of defense, offense, and just pure firepower for this Pierre Trappers squad. He comes up with one away and nobody on here in the top of the first. River Terry sets. The first pitch, way outside, ball 1. 1-0 now the count from River Terry. He was plunked by a pitch yesterday, I'm pretty sure, as he currently has a bruise over on his left thigh that he's been dealing with, but he felt well enough to pitch tonight. We'll see what he can do here. 1-0 the count from Terry. Swung on and fouled up and over and out of play. Don't hit the Jeep, don't hit my Honda, please. Ooh, boy, it almost does. And that one lands way foul. 1-1 now the count to the right-handed hitting second baseman. Seagraves does have great speed up there at the plate as well. Don't be surprised if you see him try to lay down a bunt or a soft ground ball that can easily get him advancing. The 1-1. Down and away now, 2 on the count as River Terry throws that one a little too low. Cy Probst the battery tonight. Great defensive catcher from Maine University. He gets yet another start. He's been trying to get more after dealing with a illness that has been keeping him from being able to be in the sunlight on the medication that he's been on. So 2-1 now the count. The next pitch from Terry. Stays out and away once again. 3-1 now the count from the Utah native. Teammates with Travis Herbert, who was in that stare down earlier, and Caden Miller over at shortstop tonight, hitting in the 9-hole. So 3-1 now the count. 1 away, nobody on here as Trevor Seagraves, the second man in this Pierre Trappers lineup, comes up. The next pitch from River Terry. Down and away once again, ball 4. Seagraves gets on with a walk with a 1 away. Now Tynan Shahidi will come up to the plate as the Tennessee Tech product comes up. Shahidi now batting .281 on the season, a .409 I should say, on base percentage, 8 RBIs. A late addition to this Pierre Trappers crew, but has definitely been quite effective, mostly as a bit of a power bat. Does not have any home runs, but has been able to drill the baseball. The first pitch, strike on the outside part of the zone, 0-1 the count. Good framework by Cy Probst. He now has a runner on first with 1 away. Jackson Mix flies out to short. Trevor Seagraves gets on with a walk. The 0-1. Breaking ball down and away. 1-1 now the count as River Terry continues to work on the mound here. He gets the start. As currently it is a bit of a short bullpen and a short bench in general tonight, unfortunately for the Ragin Roosters. We currently have a couple players unavailable. It's the next pitch. That one's outside. 2-1 now the count. Semler Dietrich obviously still trying to get back from his last pitching appearance. Travis Herbert getting some night off. Spencer Holmes also off. Noah Morfu dealing with tendonitis in his left arm. He's most likely out as well. It's the 2-1 from River Terry. The next pitch, the runner's on the move. That one's a little outside, and that'll be a throw down. Is not going to be there. Caden Miller, unfortunately, is not able to make that play. The Seagraves would have been gunned out had Caden Miller been able to dig that one. Unfortunately, a little too low of a throw by Cy Probst and not a good enough of a dig by Caden Miller. Now makes it 2-2 count. So now a runner on second, one away, the 2-2. Down in the dirt, Cy Probst able to block it. So 3-2 now the count is River Terry. Just trying to get through a quick work of inning here, or quick work here against these Pierre Trappers. So Maddox Mueller will be up next. Excuse me, no, it's Hunter Brown and then Maddox Mueller, I apologize. The 3-2, the next pitch from Terry. Swung on and hit over that first base side. Wyatt Duncan won't be tall enough for that one. They're going to try and send Seagraves home. That ball's going to bounce past Zach Dickinson and right. That's going to roll over the way of the wall. Tynan Shahidi's going to try and get over to the third. He will standing as the ball comes into the infield. So a triple on a hard line drive over to the right field side will score a run. Already 1-0 your score. As now Hunter Brown will come up with nobody on, or excuse me, a runner on and one away, as unfortunately Dickinson, who's been dealing with that injury to his thigh, I believe that kind of got in the way for him there as that ball just bounced away from him. So now Hunter Brown comes up. Brown 13 RBIs. He'll look for number 14 here as he now has a runner 90 feet away. Already 1-0 your score here in the top of the first inning. The next pitch. Swung on and fouled up and out of play. The fastball he doesn't get around on in time. As that goes towards the traffic over there. Almost takes out a golf cart. So 0-1 now the count with a one away and a runner on third after Tynan Shahidi triples. He comes up now the 0-1. Breaking ball outside. 1-1 now the count on a slider-like pitch from River Terry. Don't be surprised if we see some position arms on the mound tonight as we are a little short in the staff. The next pitch, outside once again, 2-1 now the count. River Terry out of Centralia Community College continues to work. River primarily playing as an infielder at Centralia last season, the 2-1. Hit right back up the middle. No one's going to be able to get to that one in time. Caden Miller's going to pick at the throw to first. Is going to be in time. What a play by Caden Miller on the soft ground ball over there. He's able to gun the runner out at first. A good job at picking that one off. It does score a run, but it is out number 2. So now 2-0 your score as Maddox Mueller comes up to the plate. Mueller, who made a relief appearance last night for these Pierre Trappers, comes up. Well, no runner is on, and now 2-0 your score. Mueller in the outfield tonight after being on the mound last night in a relief appearance. The magician, we like to call him on the mound, comes up. He's got a home run on the year. First pitch he'll see, big swing and a miss to the strike one as he goes right through it. That fastball was just blown right by him in the lower part of the zone. So 2 outs, nobody on. 2-0 your score here in the top of the first. The next pitch inside, called a strike. So now 0-2 the count. 0-2, 2 outs, nobody on, 2-0 your score. The Trappers already lead the Red River Pilot. Oh boy, I can't speak tonight. That one stays up in the zone. 1-2 now the count against the North Iowa Ragin Roosters. I have a plethora of names in my mind. I apologize. 1-2 now the count to Maddox Mueller. 2 outs, 2-0 your score. The next pitch, too low in the dirt there. Now 2-2 the count. McCreary will be the next one up for the Pierre Trappers, as well as Carson Trumpold hitting in the 7th spot. Tonight's catcher will be next. River Terry trying to collect out number 3. 22 pitches already to him, unfortunately, as he's trying to work here quickly. The next pitch, big swing and a miss, strike 3. He goes down swinging. So a good strikeout there by River Terry. Minimalizes the damage. We'll go to the bottom of the first inning. 2-0 your score already. The Pierre Trappers lead. We'll be right back after this quick break. Thank you for listening to the Ragin Roosters broadcast here on YouTube. We'll be back momentarily. Hello everyone and welcome back here to Bancroft Memorial Park here in Bancroft, Iowa. 2-0 your score already. The Pierre Trappers put up 2 in the top of the first inning, including a triple that we're actually going to, that's actually labeled as a hit with an error over there in right field by Zach Dickinson, unfortunately. So Caleb Hay will now come up for the Pierre Trappers, known as the ace for this Pierre Trappers squad, a 4.95 ERA, 40 innings of work, 44 strikeouts. He took the victory the last time he took on the Pierre Trapper, the the North Iowa Ragin Roosters in Pierre. So now Michael Pratt comes up. He had himself a heck of a ball game last night. He went 3 for 5 with a couple of RBIs and runs to his name. He now bats a little over 250 on the year with a 406 on base percentage. He'll lead off once again here tonight and play in center field. The first pitch from Caleb Hay, outside from the left-hander, ball 1, as the Ottawa University out of Arizona product is on the mound. His counterpart over there at second base. The 1-0. Struck on the outside part of the zone. 1-1 now the count to the main U product from the state of New Hampshire. At the plate, the left-handed hitting center fielder. The 1-1. Swung on a hit over that left-hand side. That ball's going to get down. Keep that hot streak going, Michael. Keep that hot streak going. So a single for Michael Pratt to the left field side, puts a runner on with nobody out, as now Zach Dickinson comes up to the plate. Last time we saw Dickinson, he hit himself a home run and went 3 for 5, and what was definitely one of his better offensive performances. Now batting .364 on the year in a limited plate appearances, as he comes up now with nobody out and a runner on first. 76 degrees out here in Bancroft, Iowa. The wind blowing in from left center field towards the first base side. The next pitch, breaking ball just up and in, ball 1. Excuse me, the right-hander on the mound. I don't know why I came up with the left hand, but he is right-handed on the mound. I believe I was thinking of Colton Yanish, who's currently over there at first base right now. So 1-0 now the count to Zach Dickinson. Swung on and laced out there towards center field. Maddox Mueller will get right underneath it on the hard line drive, just straight away center, out number 1. So a runner still on first now with 1 away, as now Eddie Madrigal will come up to the plate. As Eddie Madrigal makes his first start in the outfield since high school. He has not been in the outfield officially since he was in his junior and senior years of high school, where he primarily played in left field. He'll have to battle that sun out there in left, as it has been an issue here in Bancroft for any fielder of either side. Batting .394 on the year, a couple of triples to his name. He has 1 out and a runner on first. Michael Pratt over there first has been caught stealing a couple of times, unfortunately for him, but has good speed. The first pitch, laced right back up the middle. Nice play by Caleb Hay. Throw to second in time. The throw to first will also be in time. So a ground out double play will end the inning. Caleb Hay with a nice play there, able to get down and grab that one, so that'll end the inning. We'll go to the top of the second. 2-0 your score already. The Pierre Trappers lead the North Iowa Ragin Roosters. We'll be right back after this quick break. Thank you for listening to the Ragin Roosters broadcast here on YouTube. We'll be back momentarily. Hello everyone and welcome back here to Bancroft Memorial Park here in Bancroft, Iowa. 2-0 your score here as we sit in the top of the second inning, as the North Iowa Ragin Roosters are currently down to the Pierre Trappers. They put up 2 in the top of the second off of the hands of River Terry. Noah McCreary now coming up to the plate for his first plate appearance of the night. Clark U product with 12 RBIs and a homer to his name this season. He's currently tonight's DH. River Terry continuing to work on the mound here. Took 23 pitches to get through an inning of work for him last inning. He gave up a hit. The first pitch to the left-handed hitting outfielder turned DH. Big swing and a miss on the fastball, strike one. As River Terry's actually been working quite efficiently here in his first couple innings of work. As the start of the year, he was struggling to keep his control, well, under control, and he's definitely done a good job at bouncing back with that. The 0-1. A little too far on the low side of the plate, so 1-1 now the count to the left-handed hitting outfielder. So we'll be DHing tonight. McCreary traditionally over there in left field and has Jacob Griffin over in right. The 0-1. Swung on and hit over to the left-hand side. Griffin Snyder will try and get over there. It's going to land out of play, though, as he does the little toe tap over there, but isn't able to make the play. So 1-2 now the count to McCreary. River Terry just continuing to try and go as deep into this ball game as he can here tonight. Pitching staff is a little short here for the Ragin Roosters, unfortunately for them. 1-2. Way inside. Does it get McCreary? No, it doesn't. So 2-2 now the count. 2-2 now the count as River Terry throws a fastball a little way too far inside. Unfortunately from McCreary, he has to jump out of the way essentially. They're in their navy blues tonight. Last night we were in their grays as a couple of Pierre Trappers getting pointed to go get that ball that made it all the way to the backstop. So 2-2 now the count from River Terry. Nobody on, nobody out here in the top of the second inning. 2-0 your score, the Trappers lead. The next pitch. Swung on it, laced out there towards straightaway center field. Michael Pratt's going to try and make a play. He can't make it! On the right center field, it kept hooking. Unfortunately, that wind brought it down. So the line drive out there is able to get underneath the glove of Michael Pratt as he tried to make the great diving play out there, but wasn't able to come up with it. Great effort by Michael Pratt. Unfortunately, just can't come up under it. So Carson Trumpold will now come up. Trumpold, the tonight's catcher after Garrett Arnold, will now get the night off. So now comes up the Bismarck State product at the plate. Batting .237 now on the year, 383 to his name. The next pitch up in the zone, ball 1. River Terry just continues to work on the mound here. I believe Isaiah Berkland is actually going to be healthy tonight. He may come in relief. We will see, of course. Travis Herbert not dressed. Neither is Dane Nakasuka, unfortunately for him. 1-0 now the count is why Duncan yells him to step off over there as the runner McCreary got a great lead but didn't make it. As Lemberg, the third base coach tonight, and I believe that is Will Hoke over there at first for the Pierre Trappers. The 1-0 from River Terry. Down in the dirt, side probes a good block. 2-0 now the count to Carson Trumpold. 30 pitches now for River Terry through an inning of work and a runner on first, as we currently have a family, or excuse me, I should say, just a group of individuals over there on the left field side is something that it is advertised as that one's down a little too low from River Terry. 3-0 now the count. Good framework by Cy Probst. Can't get it to go there. So we do have the group out here, the group area, I should say, over on that left field side. Picnic tables over towards where the left field line is in that corner, where you can go ahead and get yourself some snacks. That one stays a little too low in ball 4. Now runners on first and second, still nobody away. Now Colton Yanish, couldn't say that name for the life of me, now comes up to the plate. The Illinois Valley product now has a 12 ERA to his name, has only had a couple of plate appearances at the left-handed hitting tonight's first baseman, tonight's beer batter. He'll hear it from the Bancroft crowd. The first pitch from River Terry. Down and in, can't get that one to go. 1-0 the count. It's River Terry, who struggled a little bit with throwing a little too high in the zone in his original appearances. He's been able to get it a little lower, but unfortunately gets it a little too low as McCreary got a crazy lead over there, but a big swing and a miss on the fastball. 1-1 now the count is McCreary just continued to step off. River Terry just stared him down, made sure he went back, and then delivered the pitch as McCreary didn't try to advance. 1-1 now the count as Yanish, who made a pitching appearance last night, is at first base tonight. The 1-1 from River Terry. A little too low this time. It skips in front of Probst. The throw down to third. That's going to be in plenty of time. The runner is out. McCreary tried his hardest to try and make it in there. He can't do so, as McCreary gets caught stealing. It was a close play over there as Griffin Snyder was able to make a great quick tag as Cy Probst guns the runner at third. That defense showing once again from the main U product. So 2-1 now the count as that one stays a little low, but now out number one and a runner on first. Carson Trumpled over there. 2-1 to Colton Yanish. Up in the zone now, 3-1 the count to Yanish. The tall left-hander who made a pitching appearance last night was frustrated with himself coming off of the mound, unfortunately for him. The 3-1. Way inside, ball four. Yanish gets himself a walk, and now runners on second and first with one away. Because now Jacob Griffin comes up to the plate, tonight's right fielder, hitting in the 9 spot. A spot he's been hitting in quite often for these Pierre Trappers, something you don't really see from someone of Jacob Griffin's caliber. He's been the main primary power hitter for this Pierre Trappers crew, leads the team in RBIs with 16, as well as extra base hits and homers. He has 2 on the year. A .447 on-base percentage for him. He struck out in a pitch hitting appearance last night on a pitch he was upset about, and understandably so, as the first pitch he'll see, called strike on the outside part of the zone, to the left-handed hitting outfielder. Tonight's right fielder, his 2 home runs are actually here in Bancroft over that right field fence. The 0-1. Just a little too far outside from River Terry. Now 1-1 the count to Jacob Griffin. The sun continues to set out here in North Iowa, Bancroft, Iowa, I should say. As the wind now blows in from straightaway center field. The next pitch, a little too far up and out, so 2-1 now the count for River Terry, the native of Utah. From Sandy, Utah, if I am correct. Teammates with Caden Miller over there at shortstop and Travis Herbert, who is on the bench tonight after making a relief appearance last night. The 2-1. Big swing and a miss from Jacob Griffin. Goes right through him, though, so 2-2 now the count. 1 away, runners on second and first. Trumple getting on the walk, as well as Colton Yanish, as Noah McCreary was caught stealing at third. Or excuse me, I believe... No, yes, Noah McCreary came up with the single in the top of the start, and then Trumple got on with a walk before McCreary was caught stealing. The 2-2. A little too low this time. Now full count to Jacob Griffin. As I was saying Noah McCreary's name, I now say Jacob Griffin is the actual batter at the plate. So now with 1 away and runners on second and first, River Terry just trying not to load the bases. The next pitch, a little too low, ball 4. So we'll go up to the top of the order. Jackson Mix, who's 0 for 1 tonight, comes up with the bases loaded and 1 away. 2-0 your score here in the top of the second inning. Now Coach Young will come out to talk to his pitcher for a moment. So usually it's Adam Pointer, who is not here tonight. I'm not sure the reasoning behind that one. I believe he might be still at work at the current moment. But now Dakota Young will come out to talk to his pitcher for a moment, as River Terry at 43 through an inning and third of work, as unfortunately there's not many pitchers available for the Ragin' Roosters here tonight. They are in desperate need of them here. Terry is just trying to work as quickly as possible here. Is currently the only man on the bench who is in jersey that is able to play the field technically, that's not labeled as a PO, is Nick Eastham, who is the DH tonight, as Dane Nakasuka is not dressed here tonight. Travis Herbert obviously not also suited up, as he had a pitching appearance yesterday. As most of these pitchers are on the bench, unfortunately not many are available for pitching. So now Jackson Mix, the shortstop, comes up to the plate with 1 away. 2-0 your score here in the top of the second inning. The next pitch from River Terry. Up and in, ball 1, 1-0 now the count to the shortstop. The left-handed hitter is looking to see if he can add on a couple runs here in the top of the second. River Terry just trying to turn a double play here possibly. The 1-0. Outside once again, 2-0 now the count, as River Terry just trying to get it across here. Is infield and double play depth right now. The corners are in for these Ragin' Roosters. Wyatt Duncan over there at first, Griffin Snyder at third, Caden Miller and Jarrett Brandon up the middle. The 2-0. Check swing, did he go? No, he didn't, as that one stays a little too low. 3-0 now the count, as River Terry's in a bit of a pickle. One away, the base is loaded. 2-0 your score here in the top of the second inning. Jackson Mix is going to probably hold on this next pitch. The next one, too low, bounces away, ball 4. 3-0 now your score as River Terry unfortunately spikes that one. And now allows another run to score. 3-0 now between the Pierre Trappers and the North Iowa Ragin Roosters. Trevor Seagraves now comes up. He walked the last time he came up, was the first run of this ball game to score. He now comes up once again. So Seagraves now up to 18 runs on the season. He comes up now. And unfortunately for River Terry, he's struggling here tonight already. 2 hits, 3 runs given up, 2 of them earned, 5 walks, a single strikeout. First pitch to Trevor Seagraves, tonight's second baseman, hitting in the 2 spot. Swung on and hit away towards straightaway center field. Michael Pratt takes a couple steps back. He's going to get underneath it. He's going to try and make the throw to home. No, he'll make the throw to third, actually. Colton Yanish will have to get down as he thought he was going to score standing. He doesn't get the opportunity, but it is a sacrifice fly for Trevor Seagraves.
Next to bat for the Trappers.
So the runners do not advance, though, as the throw came into the shortstop side, coming into third. So now with 2 away, 4-0 now your score. Tynan Shahidi comes up. He's 1 for 1 tonight. He had that hit in the top of the first inning that scored Seagraves, that allowed him all the way to advance to third on the line drive to right field. That would have probably been for extra bases anyway, but Zach Dickinson unfortunately not able to get in front of it, and it bounced all the way to the wall. 4-0 now your score. The first pitch to Shahidi, ball 1 inside. So 1-0 the count to the Tennessee Tech product. Shahidi once again, the first RBI of this ball game, is now we're going to have Isaiah Berkland go down to the bullpen as that one stays down and into Cy Probst. A good block once again from the Maine U product. 2-0 now the count. It's the Maine U products of, as well as the Centralia Community College products, are up the middle here essentially. Caden Miller at short and River Terry, both teammates at Centralia, is the catcher and center fielder, Michael Pratt and Cy Probst from Maine U. 2-0 outside, 3-0 now the count, as River Terry unfortunately not being able to get that control underneath him right now. He's working as hard as he can right now. 51 pitches through an inning and 2/3 of work. It's now 4-0 your score here in the top of the second inning. The Pierre Trappers already committing some offense. The next pitch. Runner gets way out there, and it allows him to walk, though. Bases loaded again. Tynan Shahidi gets on. Hunter Brown now comes up. He's 0 for 1 tonight out of Modesto Community College. 207 on the season. Looking for RBI number 14, maybe more. Tonight's third baseman hitting in the 4 spot. He comes up with the bases loaded and 2 away. The first pitch from River Terry. Strike on the outside part of the zone, 0-1. Cy Probst with good framework there. 0-1 now the count to Hunter Brown. River Terry continuing to work here on the mound in his second inning of work. The next pitch. Strike on the outside part of the zone once again, 0-2 now the count. Cy Probst continuing to have that great defensive glove, able to hold that one. 0-2 now the count, 2 away. 4-0 your score here in the top of the second inning. The Trappers lead. The next pitch. Swung on and fouled up and out of play to the right-hand side. The kids out there over in the out of play are going to try and chase that one down as they are scrambling to go get that one. As kids here at Bancroft Memorial Park, if you do bring back a baseball for the players to use, you do receive a bomb pop. At least that was the tradition before. I'm not sure if that's currently the thing happening now, but the 0-2. Swung on and fouled off once again. That's another one for the kids to try and snag over there as it coasts towards the cars. Still 0-2 now the count to Hunter Brown, the third baseman, I should say, hitting in the 4 spot. Once again, the Trappers in their navy blues and the North Iowa Ragin Roosters in their full whites. The 0-2. This one way and away, and that one bounces wide. Cy Probst. Unfortunately, that ball bounced at a weird angle. It allows the run to score. So a wild pitch by River Terry allows a run to score. So now it is 5-0 your score. It's now 1-2 your count. After that one just was spiked, unfortunately, by River Terry right in front of the plate, and it goes right over the head of Cy Probst, who tried his hardest to try and block it, but Next pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. He gets him to go on that one, and that'll be out number 3. Unfortunately, it doesn't come without giving up 3 runs in the top of the second. We'll go to the bottom of the second now. 5-0 your score. The Pierre Trappers lead the North Iowa Ragin Roosters. We'll be right back after this quick break. Thank you for listening to the Ragin Rooster broadcast here on YouTube. We'll be back momentarily. Hello everyone and welcome back here to Bancroft Memorial Park here in Bancroft, Iowa. Wyatt Duncan will look to lead us off here for the North Iowa Ragin Roosters, as they're currently down 5-0 here in the bottom of the second inning. As the Viola U product from California comes up to the plate. The tall right-handed hitting first baseman, where he's at tonight after Jordan Kelly got the start last night. Unfortunately, Jordan Kelly not with the team right now, as a lot of the Ragin Rooster players are currently not available. Dane Nakasuka is the only one on the bench tonight that is not a pitcher, but he's unfortunately not dressed. The first pitch to Duncan. Up in the zone, ball 1 is Duncan, now hitting .288 on the year, a .526 slugging percentage, an outstanding number for him, and understandably so. If you've seen that man swing the bat, you know he got some pop to his name. The 1-0. Inside there, 2-0 now the count from Caleb Hay, who only needed 6 pitches to get through an inning of work last time, where he got Eddie Magical to ground out into a double play. So 2-0 now the count to Wyatt Duncan. The next pitch from Caleb Hay. Swung on and fouled off. 2-1 now the count, as that one gives a scare to the people walking along that first base side behind that screen. This is metal fencing down here in North Iowa in the Bancroft Memorial Park. It is a metal fencing that goes across the backstop, and then the netting up here, as you can see obviously on the upper part, but it is all metal fencing down there. It does make it a little more safe, as it keeps the ball from really bouncing. As the 2-1. Down and away. That one bounced right in front of the dirt like a cricket ball. 3-1 now the count. As I was saying before, Bancroft Memorial Park, built in 1948. An old school park, nonetheless, was recently renovated within the last decade. Has the all-metal chain link style of fence here on the backstop. The 3-1. Ball up high, full 4. So now Wyatt Duncan gets on to first base. A leadoff walk to him. Jarrett Brandon now comes up to the plate. Tonight's second baseman now comes up. Unfortunately for him, he didn't come up with a hit last night. One of the only Ragin Roosters to not have one, but he did get on with a walk. So now batting 190 on the year with a 309. He was hoping for RBI number 8 last night on a sacrifice fly, but unfortunately Wyatt Duncan left too early at third and was called out, so it called as a double play for him. The first pitch to Jarrett Brandon, ball inside, 1-0. Now a runner on first with 1 away. Duncan takes a walk to start us off here as Caleb Hay, the Ottawa U product from the state of Arizona, comes up. The 1-0. Swung on and laced foul up and out of play towards that main street of Bancroft on the left-hand side. 1-1 now the count towards where the Koseth Golf Club is at. So 1-1 now the count with nobody out. 5-0 your score. The Pierre Trappers lead here in the bottom of the second inning. Ragin Roosters looking to respond. That one's outside, but called strike. Good framework there by Carson Trumple. Jarrett Brandon looks back. He's not happy about it, but he's going to get it against him. So 1-2 now the count for the second baseman, the left-handed hitter, headed to Kansas Wesleyan next season with that sheriff mustache that I like to point out every once in a while was the Next pitch that's going to be breaking ball, called strike 3. Backdoor breaking ball, good work by Caleb A. And that'll be out number 1, unfortunately, for Jared Brandon. Now Griffin Snyder comes up to the plate. So I had it as Nick Eastham hitting in the 6th spot. It was actually Griffin Snyder, so I apologize for that. So no, Griffin Snyder, the St. Mary's product, has been having himself a pretty hot end of June, early July. Now batting .257 on the year, .349 on base percentage, 9 RBIs to his name with 12 runs. He's been putting some hard shots down that third base line and up the middle. He's been an excellent source of fielding and contact, as that one's a big swing and a miss, strike 1 from the St. Louis native. Teammates of Eddie Madrigal, tonight's left fielder, both at St. Mary's, as Griffin Snyder was redshirted last year at St. Mary's. 0-1 now the count after a big swing and a miss, the outside fastball. 1 away, a runner on first after Duncan gets on with a walk. The next pitch swung on and laced up and out of play in foul territory. Don't hit the Pierre Trappers car. Ooh, that one knocks off the side of the Ford pickup truck out there. I think that's the F-150 that someone owns, as it bounced off of those cars out there. Thankfully, my Honda's overparked towards the pole that is right next to the ballpark here, so it's in more of a safe territory. So 0-2 now the count to Griffin Snyder. 1 away, a runner on first, 5-0 your score here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. So the next pitch to Griffin Snyder. Hit right back up the middle towards Jackson Mix. He's going to pick it up. The throw to second in time. The throw to first will not be in time, so a fielder's choice. Seagraves was not going to try and make the throw to second. He realized Griffin Snyder was going to make the play, so doesn't even try and make the throw. So now Nick Eastham comes up to the plate, the stolen base leader with 12 on this season now. One of the league leaders, if not, he is the league leader currently in the Expedition League. 18 RBIs for him. He's had a good season for himself. 347 on the year. 18 RBIs. He's batting with bare hands tonight. First time we've seen that here. 2 outs, runner on first. The next pitch from Caleb Hayes, strike over the heart of the plate, 0-1. As the St. Mary's product gets on after having Wyatt Tunkin get thrown out at second on a ground ball fielder's choice that he was able to outrun at first. As Trevor Seagraves, the second baseman, did not make the throw. So 0-1 now the count to the Midway product. Throw to first. He makes it away, and that ball's going to land out of play, so it's going to allow Griffin Snyder to advance to second. On the fielding error by Caleb Hayes, he threw that one away past the first baseman. It allows a runner to advance, so now a runner 180 feet away for Nick Eastham, who looking for RBI number 19. The Midway U product. The player underneath Dakota Greer, who is not currently here with the Ragin Roosters right now, unfortunately, but was brought in, as Dakota Greer is from Midway as well. As that one's fouled up and over towards the side that would have been that new netting on that first base side had not been there. That would have probably taken somebody out at the snack stand. As that was recently put in there after a couple of thrown bats, unfortunately one by Jacob Griffin and one by Eddie Madrigal almost took out some people over there in line. So 0-2 now the count to Nick Eastham, tonight's DH, usually in that outfield spot, hitting in the 7th spot. Now this one lifted up and over to the right-hand side. Colton Yanish will try and make a play on it. It's going to land over and out of play, though, so he continues to stay alive. Caleb Hay now up to 21 pitches. As that now one bounces off the same pickup truck over there. That Ford F-150, if you own a silver F-150, over there on the parking lot side, I apologize to you, dear sir. So 0-2 now the count once again to Nick Eastham, who's looking to stay alive and at least score a run here for the Ragin Roosters. The next pitch. Breaking ball up in the zone, called strike 3. Nick Eastham doesn't agree whatsoever. As you can hear the home plate, or not the home plate, the first base dugout screaming that was a ball. Home plate umpire calls strike 3. We'll go to the top of the 3rd inning. 5-0 now your score. River Terry will keep working out there on the mound. We'll be right back after this quick break. Thank you for listening to the Ragin Rooster broadcast here on YouTube. We'll be back momentarily. Hello everyone and welcome back here to Bancroft Memorial Park here in Bancroft, Iowa. This is currently 5-0 your score here in the top of the third inning. The North Iowa Ragin Roosters are currently down to the Pierre Trappers, 5-0 your score. River Terry continuing to work on the mound now at 58 pitches through 2 innings of work. Unfortunately for him, he has had a bit of a rougher appearance here tonight. He's only given up 2 hits, but a couple of walks have been his downside. 6 now on the night. So Maddox Mueller will now come up. He's 0 for 1 on the night. He comes up for his second time, batting .239, entering tonight's game with a home run and 9 RBIs. River Terry continuing to work on the mound. The first pitch to tonight's center fielder with that bright blue bat. Swung on and fouled. So 0-1 now the count, as that netting is giving me the creeps a little bit with how it's hanging lower, as you can see. As I'm worried that ball's going to get fouled up and over here and I might get concussed. So 0-1 now the count. The 0-1 foul tipped. 0-2 now the count, is Ryan Breeden, the Pierre Trappers announcer up here in the box with me, is wishing me farewell in case the ball does get hit up here into the box. It's going to take me out first and foremost. The 0-2 from River Terry. Strike 3 calling the outside part of the zone. Good framework by Cy Probst. Strikeout number 2 for River Terry tonight, as Maddox Mueller doesn't agree with that one. A little outside, but Cy Probst is able to bring it back. So now Noah McCreary come up to the plate with a 1 away. Now the Clark U product comes up, tonight's DH. Once again, 1 for 1 tonight. He had a single but was caught stealing the last time he came up, as he was trying to steal third base on a ball that bounced in front of Cy Probst. He was able to block and make a good quick throw down to third. Griffin Snyder to the snap down on the tag, and the next pitch from River Terry, a big swing and a miss, 0-1. So the traditional left fielder now DHing tonight as Tynan Shahidi gets out in left. Maddox Mueller in center tonight for the Pierre Trappers. The 0-1. That one's inside. 1-1 now the count to the Clark U product. As once again the Ragin Roosters bench here tonight, unfortunately kind of short, as Berkland, I believe, is the only one who can really throw at the current moment. That's not a position player for the Ragin Roosters. The 1-1. Foul tip, as that one got the home plate umpire, and he could hear that one all the way up here. You could hear the yell, as I think it caught his right arm. It did. Unfortunately for the home plate umpire, that's one that nobody's at fault for, as McCreary fouls it off on the fastball. Cy Probst not able to adjust in time, and it catches him on the right arm, as that one probably didn't feel very good. I felt that pain before, sir. I understand. So 1-2 now the count with 1 away. Noah McCreary at the plate, already 1 for 1 tonight with a single to his name. He was caught stealing at third base on a good quick throw from Cy Probst and a snap tag from Griffin Snyder over there at third. So now 1-2 now the count with 1 away, and nobody on after Maddox Mueller goes down on strikes looking on a pitch that was a bit outside. Cy Probst was able to bring it back on that good framework that he has. The good defensive catcher from Lock Haven, Pennsylvania. He's had a good bat as well here. It's 1-2 now the count from River Terry. Inside, just inside. He thought he had that one. 2-2 now the count. I thought he did as well. What was good up and in pitch, just doesn't catch enough of the zone, I guess. That outside lower part of the zone has been more favored by tonight's home plate umpire. So 2-2 now the count from River Terry. The next pitch. Swung on and popped straight up. River Terry trying to find it. Cy Probst now trying to find it. It's over towards the netting. Will he make the play? He cannot. He overruns it. Unfortunately, Cy Probst and River Terry both trying to come in and get it. Probst tried his hardest to try and adjust as the ball kept floating up there. As it flew backwards, he came a little too far forward, tried to lean back to make the catch and couldn't make the play. So unfortunately for Cy Probst, he can't catch it. 2-2 now the count, as McCreary gets an extra life. Call him Super Mario the way he's staying alive now. With 1 away. And nobody on for the Clark U product, the left-handed hitter with 12 RBIs and a home run to his name on the year. Already 1 for 1 tonight with a single to his name. The 2-2 from River Terry. Swung on and laced over that first base side. Wyatt Duncan's not able to make the play. It was an absolute bullet over there. And unfortunately, it took a weird hop off the very end of that grass there. So a runner gets on as McCreary, as he hit an absolute bullet into that lip of a grass over there at the first base side. It bounced over the head of Wyatt Duncan, who made as high a jump as he could, got it off the end of his glove, but it wasn't able to make the play. So an infield single for McCreary is Wyatt Duncan had to go across his body and then try and make the leaping grab, but wasn't able to do so. So Trumple now comes up. He walked the last time he came up. The first pitch. Strike over the heart of the plate, 0-1. As the Bismarck State product took a walk once again last inning, he now comes up, scored another run, so he now got 11 on the season. The next pitch from Terry. Swing and a miss, strike 2. As River Terry now working a little more. Here's he's now at 69 pitches through 2 1/3 inning of work. Unfortunately, this Ragin' Rooster crew once again very short-handed tonight. River Terry trying to go as deep into this ball game as he can. The 0-2. Just inside, 1-2 now the count, as that inside part of the zone has just not been favorable if you're a pitcher here tonight. The outside part was definitely been more favored, as Trumple talking with the home plate umpire for a moment. So 1-2 now the count. River Terry still on the mound, one away, runner on first. The next pitch, hit over that shortstop side. Caden Miller's going to pick it up. The throw to second in time. The throw to first will also be in time. Double play. Good work there by Caden Miller to Jared Brandon, able to make the throw over to first in plenty of time. So that'll end the inning. We'll go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Now 5-0 your score. The Pierre Trappers still lead the North Iowa Ragin' Roosters. We'll be right back after this quick break. Thank you for listening to the Ragin' Rooster broadcast here on YouTube. We'll be back momentarily. Hello everyone and welcome back here to Bancroft Memorial Park, as the North Iowa Ragin' Roosters are currently down here in the bottom of the 3rd inning to the Pierre Trappers, 5-0. As we sit here in Bancroft, Iowa, 77 degrees here in the Midwest. The wind now blowing from left to right from that left center field side, more towards the 3rd base line. So that seems to be more of where that wind is blowing. It's been continuously changing, but it's been mostly coming in from that left center field side towards that 1st base line, whether it be towards home or towards that right field line, either way. So now Cy Probst will come up to the plate, batting .268 on the year, a .362 on base percentage. Has been trying to get as many reps in behind the plate as in general. He was only able to get in a couple of innings last season at Maine U. He burned through a red shirt, unfortunately for him, as he mentioned when he was talking to me. So he's just trying to get as many reps in here at the Expedition League as possible, and he's getting some here tonight, obviously. He's been an excellent defensive and offensive catcher for these Ragin' Roosters. First pitch from Caleb Hayes, strike on the outside part of the zone, 0-1. He said that his favorite opponent to play against was the Service Valley SaberDogs, as they've been the best competition, obviously, in the Expedition League this year, 29-1 for them. So 0-1 now the count to Cy Probst. The next pitch, just up in the zone, 1-1 now the count, as that outside part of the zone continues to expand between these two sides. The inside part of that zone have really not been getting favored. So that outside part of the zone right now is the favored part. Then a 1-1 laced up the middle. That's going to be a single for Cy Probst. Good piece of hitting once again from the Maine U product from the state of Pennsylvania. He gets himself a single.
For the Roosters, shortstop, number 6, Caden Miller.
So now Caden Miller comes up for his first plate appearance tonight's shortstop, batting .276 on the season. He's got a .432. He's had a great eye up the plate and collected a couple of walks. He came up and got on base all 5 times he came up against the Service Valley SaberDogs the last time they were here. He comes up once again. The first pitch, up in the zone, ball 1 to tonight's 9-hole hitter at short, and the number 6 at the 6th spot. in the infield. As Cy Probst over there first, he gets on with a leadoff single, the second hit of the ball game for the Ragin Roosters. 5-0 your score. The next pitch, fouled off by Miller, so 1-1 now to the count. To the native of Oregon. Teammates with River Terry and Travis Herbert at Centralia Community College. So 1-0 now the count to tonight's shortstop. The slick infielder, been primarily getting the reps here at shortstop the last couple of nights. He has been a hot bat recently. So 1-1 now the count to Caden Miller. Nobody away, a runner on first here in the bottom of the third. Next pitch. Breaking ball gets away from Carson Trumpold. Cy Probst is going to advance, so that one is going to be a wild pitch from Caleb Hay. That breaking ball got out of the way of Carson Trumpold, and it allows Cy Probst to advance to second. No throwdown by Trumpold. So unfortunately, we do not have our first base cam here tonight, so the only one we got right now is up in the box, but we'll make do with what we have. So 2-1 now the count to Caden Miller. Nobody out, a runner 180 feet away, an RBI opportunity for him. Now he's got 3 on the season, looking for number 4. 2-1. Strike on the upper part of the zone. Caden Miller's not happy about it. Now 2-2 the count. The upper part of the zone, not really a part of the zone that's been called here tonight. It's really just been that outer, lower part of the zone that's been more favored. So that one was more of a surprise call for us. So 2-2 now the count to Caden Miller. The next pitch. Hit out there towards center field. It's going to land right in front of Maddox Mueller. So another hit off the bat of Caden Miller. He's able to get the end of the bat out there, just put it out towards center field. A good piece of hitting off the bat of Miller.
Number 15, Michael Pratt.
Michael Pratt, who led us off in the bottom of the first inning with a single, now comes up once again. He had himself a couple RBIs last night, 2 to his name, I should say. So look for number 8 on the season here with his Manu product teammate on third base. Caden Miller on second, still nobody away. 5-0 your score in the bottom of the third. Michael Pratt trying to score a run here. The infield at double play depth. First pitch. Outside ball 1-0 the count to Michael Pratt. Caleb Hay now with 31 pitches through 2 innings of work and now 2 batters to his name, as he's currently trying to get out of the pickle that he's put himself into. A 1-0 to Michael Pratt. Laced over that second base side. Seagraves won't be able to get there. That's going to score a run. Caden Miller's going to hold up at second, so another single from Michael Pratt. Stay hot, big guy. Stay hot. As Michael Pratt is able to make the single over the first base side, he continues to mash the baseballs. Now Zach Dickinson, who's 0 for 1 tonight, comes up to the plate. Dickinson, unfortunately for him, lined out to center field the last time he came up, tonight's right fielder. Look to see what he can do here now with the runners on second and first. Still nobody out. 5-1 now your score. The Ragin Roosters are able to put one up here in the bottom of the third inning and make this game a little bit closer. Now 4-run the difference. The next pitch. Breaking ball a little too low. Ball 1 on the slider from Caleb Hay out of Ottawa University of Arizona. Teammates with Seagraves over there at second, as well as I believe it is Jacob Griffin, who's also from the area. So 1-0 now the count. The next pitch to Dickinson. Strike over the heart of the plate. Now 1-1 the count to the Hope International product from the state of California, as a lot of these Ragin Roosters are from, including that of Jared Brandon and Wyatt Duncan, who, as well as Eddie Madrigal, who will be both hitting next, and then Jared Brandon hitting in the 5 slots. So 4 straight Californians. It's the 1-1. Laced up and out of play. That one's going to go over to the neighbor's fence. That's going to land foul. As Dickinson wearing those new white cleats that he has with the light-colored, almost peach color with the green and teal. It almost looks similar to what the San Diego Padres' new City Connect jerseys look like for all the baseball fans out there of the MLB level. Personal opinion, not a bad jersey, not awful. The next pitch. Outside, 2-2 now the count. As it does look quite interesting. It definitely gives you those California vibes with that bright colors. They don't look awful. They don't look amazing, but I would buy one if I had the opportunity, though. Obviously, I'm a college student. I don't got much money for that. I do love my jerseys, but I can't afford all of them. The 2-2 now to Zach Dickinson. Check swing doesn't go around, though, as that one's outside. Full count now to the Hope International product. So with runners on second and first, still nobody out. Caleb Hayes in a bit of a pickle. As Hunter Brown over there at third base, still trying to get an appeal to the infield umpire. He can't get it. So 3-2 now the count to Zach Dickinson. The Hope International product from the state of California, the NAIA school product, who competed in the College World Series tournament, I should say, for the NAIA. The 3-2. Strike 3 on the outside part of the zone. Dickinson just puts his hand out there and just says, what am I supposed to do with that one? So 1 away is now Eddie Madrigal comes up to the plate.
Eddie Madrigal.
Madrigal collected a couple of RBIs last night. He comes up once again. He grounded into a double play the last time he came up. As Dickinson goes down on strikes, he didn't like the call, understandably so. That outside part of the zone has been favorable to the home plate umpire, but that's one you just got to try and hit with a hockey stick. The first pitch laced over down that right field line. He hooks it a little too far foul. A good piece of hitting from Eddie Madrigal. He lines it down the right field line, just a little too far hooked though. Would have been easy extra bases. It would have probably scored Pratt all the way from first. As Pratt scored the first RBI for these Ragin Roosters. Now 5-1 your score here in the bottom of the third inning. 1 away, runners on second and first. Caden Miller on second, Pratt on first, both with good speed. The next pitch. Breaking ball on the outside part of the zone. Goes with the back door, gets the strike. 0-2 now the count. To the Elk Grove, California native from St. Mary's College. Teammates of Griffin Snyder. He did not play last year at St. Mary's, just trying to get some more reps here. The 0-2 now to Eddie Madrigal, the left-handed hitting catcher. Hit up and over to the right-hand side towards foul territory. The right fielder and the second baseman trying to make a play. It's going to end up in foul territory, though, as it lands out of play. As Seagraves and Griffin both tried to run it out until the very last step. As this Pierre Trappers crew is very well dedicated to their defense, and that was proof of it there. They will hustle, hustle, and hustle for any ball that they think they could try and make a play on. So 0-2 still now the count to Eddie Madrigal. Runners on second and first. Wyatt Duncan is next. He walked his first time up. The next pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Madrigals goes down swinging. So 2 away now. As now Wyatt Duncan will come up. 2 away and runners on second and first. And if you're the Ragin Roosters, you need to try and produce on this next swing that you see is with 2 outs and runners on second and first. You cannot afford to not score at least another run. It is currently 5-1 your score here in the bottom of the third. Duncan, 288 on the year, an outstanding slugging percentage for him, 3 homers on the season. The first pitch from Caleb Hay. Down and in on the breaking ball, 1-0, as neither runners will advance. Good blocking by Carson Trumpold. Caleb Hay now at 43 pitches at 2 2/3 of an inning of work. It's been a bit of a longer inning for him, as it only took him 6 to get through the bottom of the first. It was up to 21 at the bottom of the second. He is now at 43. It's been now another 20-pitch inning for him. Just trying to go as deep into this ball game as he can as well. The 1-0 to Wyatt Duncan. Swung on broken bat there, it sounded like. It definitely sounded like as he fouls it off. It is broken. He chucks it over to the dugout. He'll look to get a new one. He'll look to get a new one. Nick Easton will toss him a bat. I'm not sure if it's his or whoever it belongs to, but he comes up with a new bat now. Yep, that one's broken. You can hear it over at the dugout. I believe that is Travis Herbert over there, who's messing around with it. He tapped it on the step, and you can hear it easily. That one broke. It got right off the end of the bat, unfortunately for him. So 1-1 now the count. 2 outs, runners on second and first. Caden Miller on second. Michael Pratt on first, both with great speed. Both can easily score. 5-1 your score in the bottom of the third. Next pitch from Caleb Hay. Checks the runner at second. Way inside, 2-1 now the count. To the California native, transferred to Biola U last year. Played a season there after transferring out of Wagner University. Jared Brandon will be next. Tonight's second baseman, hitting in the 5 spot, if given the opportunity. 2-1 now the count. The next pitch. Outside once again, 3-1 now the count to Duncan. He'll look to see if he can get on with another walk possibly and load the bases. Currently 7:35 here. We have a full hour of play through 2 2.5 inning of work here in Bancroft. A much quicker game than what it was last night, as we weren't even 2 innings of play in, and I believe we were almost 2 hours into the ball game. 3-1 now the count to the California native. Caleb Hay trying to work himself out of a pickle. The next pitch. Swung on and fouled by Duncan on the outside fastball. 3-2 now the count. So the runners will be moving here with 2 outs and on second and first. Now Wyatt Duncan will look to see if he can score those runs. Pratt on first, Miller on second, both with great speed, can easily score from their positions on a running start. Duncan does have the power to score them. 3-2 now the count. The next pitch from the Ottawa University product on the mound. The runners are on the move. Hit right back up the middle. Caleb Hay picks it up. The throw to first will be in time. On the ground ball right back up the middle, Caleb Hay is able to pick it up. That's the second time now tonight that he's had to make the play. He's able to make it in time. So we'll go to the top of the 4th inning. The Ragin Roosters are able to put up 1 in the bottom of the 3rd, but are not able to come up with any more. So 5-1 your score. We'll be right back after this quick break. Thank you for listening to the Ragin Rooster broadcast here on YouTube. We'll be back momentarily. Hello everyone and welcome back here to Bancroft Memorial Park here in Bancroft, Iowa. 5-1 now your score. The Ragin Roosters put up 1 in the bottom of the 3rd inning. As Colton Yanish will now come up to the plate. River Terry still on the mound. 71 pitches through 3 innings of work for him. He'll continue to come up. As Colton Yanish now walked in his first time up, will come up for his second time tonight. The left-handed hitting first baseman who had made a pitching appearance last night was unfortunately lit up a little bit. So first pitch from River Terry. Fastball laced over the third base line. That's going to get down. That's going to make it all the way to the wall. Zach Dickinson's going to try and pick it up. Extra bases for Yanish. He's going to try and make it in. A good throw by Dickinson. Goodness, what a throw. But he's able to get in there safely. As Yanish able to get it down the line, as Zach Dickinson, who was hobbling his way out there to right field, made a great throw in. Unfortunately, didn't get it in perfectly, so Yanish is able to get in standing. So now Jacob Griffin comes up with a runner on second and nobody out after the first pitch from River Terry gets laced down that right field line. So Terry now with 16 RBIs on the year. Walked the first time he came up. The first pitch to him. Hit over that left-hand side. Eddie Magical can't see it. It's going to land. And that ball's going to get away from Eddie Magical, so that ball's going to score a run. As Griffin now will have 17 RBIs on the year. So now 6-1 your score. The Trappers now lead. River Terry 2 pitches, 2 hits, scores a run. As unfortunately on that one, Eddie Magical trying to fight the sun out there. The ball bounces away from him. As it also took a weird hop out there in left field. It bounced to his right and bounced away. So now Jackson Mix 0 for 1 tonight with a walk and a fly out comes up to the plate. So Mix comes up once again. He's 0 for 1. He popped out to short the last time he came up, or the first time he came up, and walked the last time. Jacob Griffin on first. Nobody away. 6-1 your score here in the top of the 4th inning. The next pitch from River Terry. Just outside the throwdown by Cy Probst will not be in time. A good pickoff attempt by Probst. Unfortunately, Duncan's not able to dig it out of the dirt as it bounces right in front of him. He's not able to apply the tag. So 1-0 now the count. To the left-handed hitting middle infielder, tonight's shortstop, wearing those glasses as he is battling the sun on the left-hand side, as that's what everybody on that left-hand side has been trying to do, as the sun does aggressively set here in Bancroft on the first base line. That one's hit up the middle. Jarrett Brandon's going to pick it up on a scoop. Second or in time, throw to first. in time again. Double play. Good play there by the middle infield. Jared Brandon picks it up perfectly, tosses it to Caden Miller, and gets the double play.
For the Trappers, second baseman number 1, Trevor Seagraves.
So yet another double play in this ball game as now Trevor Seagraves comes up. He's walked both times he's been up to the plate. He comes up once again. Or excuse me, I believe he did. No, he flew out to center field on a sacrifice fly the last time he came up. I thought that was correct. I apologize. So Trevor Seagraves now with 7 RBIs on the season and 18 runs as he was the first runner to score in this ball game, comes up once again. The next pitch from River Terry. Up in the zone, ball 1, 1-0 now the count to the Ottawa University of Arizona product. As the second baseman, the gritty, I should say. Dirty is definitely not the word. Gritty was definitely more the term. The 1-0 down and away, 2-0 now the count. The gritty second baseman models his play after Dustin Pedroia, the Boston Red Sox, as he will do everything he can to make the play, whether it's sliding into first base on a ground ball, sliding over there in the second place bag, trying to make the play, whatever it takes. The 2-0. Struck on the outside part of the zone. 2-1 now the count to the Ottawa U product. He definitely puts his heart and soul into this ball game, and it's something I think many can appreciate here in Bancroft as well as across the baseball world. So 2-1 now the count to the middle infielder. The next pitch stays a little too low this time from Terry. Now 3-1 the count. Terry now at 79 pitches through 3 2/3 of an inning of work. As Tynan Shahidi will be up next, followed up by Hunter Brown. So Seagraves now has his third plate appearance, has yet to technically record an at-bat. 3-1 now the count. The next pitch from Terry. Check swing, and then he's actually able to get it over there. He fouls it off, though, as it lands just foul. It would have been extra bases for Seagraves had it kept rolling. That one rolls all the way to the bullpen over there. It would have most likely been a triple, at least for Seagraves, as fortunately for Dickerson, he's not having great speed at the current moment. Not that it's against him by any means. His right leg is still sore, but he's continuing to try and play here in Bancroft. Full count now to Trevor Seagraves. 2 outs, nobody on. 80 pitches now for River Terry, trying to get out number 3 here through his 4th inning of work. The 3-2. Swung on, hit over that third base side. Snyder picks it up cleanly. The throw to first will be in time, as Griffin Snyder had that one almost pop up and hit him in the chest. He's able to make the play, though, and throw him out at first in plenty of time. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Now 6-1 your score. The Trappers put up one more here in the top of the 4th. We'll be right back after this quick break. Thank you for listening to the Ragin Rooster broadcast here on YouTube. We'll be back momentarily.
We'd like to thank these sponsors.
Hello everyone and welcome back here to Bancroft Memorial Park as we enter the bottom of the 4th inning here in Bancroft, Iowa. 6-1 your score. The North Iowa Ragin Roosters are currently down to the Pierre Trappers. The Trappers were able to put up another run in the top of the 4th. Now Jared Brandon, who's 0 for 1, will come up to the plate. Brandon went down on strikes the last time he came up on an outside fastball that he did not appreciate, and a little bit understandable as it was a bit out there, but Carson Trumpold able to frame it. The outside part of that zone has been much favored by tonight's home plate umpire. As Caleb Hay continues to work. 48 pitches through 3 innings of work for him. The first pitch. Laced out there towards right field. That ball's sent out there. Jacob Griffin's going to try and make the play. He won't. It's gone! Jared Brandon! See you later, Sheriff. That ball goes over the right field fence. His first home run of the season. On an absolute line. It looks good off the bat. Jared Brandon, go deep, big man. So first home run of the season. Jared Brandon's got a big old smile on his face, and I can't say I blame him. So 6-2 now your score on the first pitch that Jared Brandon sees. He puts over the right field fence. Attaboy.
Number 23, Griffin Schneider.
So Griffin Schneider will now come up after the home run by the bat of Jared Brandon, his first of the season. And what was one that he's been in desperate need of. That one went over the right field fence. So now the St. Mary's College product comes up to the plate. He's 0 for 1 tonight. The first pitch to him up in the zone, ball 1. As Snyder made it on with the fielder's choice that unfortunately cut down Wyatt Duncan at second. He was able to outrun the play at first after Trevor Seagraves saw that he wasn't going to be able to make the play. So the next pitch, his time is called as Caleb Hay already made the throw. That was an odd play there as Snyder stepped out. The home plate umpire was able to call it. As Caleb Hay threw the pitch, it would have been a strike most likely as it was on that outer part of the zone, but was in there. So still 1-0 the count to Griffin Schneider. Nobody out. The next pitch from Caleb Hay. That's a strike on the outside part of the zone. 1-1 now the count. He comes back with another one. Pretty much identical location. As the St. Louis native from Missouri goes to school at St. Mary's College. The 1-1. Breaking ball gets the inside part of the zone now. 1-2 the count. To Griffin Schneider, tonight's third baseman was at shortstop last night in the 9-hole. He's hitting in the 6th spot tonight at third base. He'll be followed up by Nick Eastham. The 1-2. Hit over that first base side. Yanish won't be able to get there. That's going to be a hit at least for Griffin Schneider. He's going to look to see if he can maybe extend it and do a double. He won't. He'll stay put. So a line drive off the inner part of the bat. He's able to get it over the head of Colton Yanish, and that'll be a single for Griffin Schneider. So a runner on first. And nobody out still as now Nick Eastham comes up. As that was just an unfortunate play for Colton Yanish, but a good piece of hitting there from Griffin Schneider. He's able to shoot it over the head of Yanish, who does stand at about 6'3", I would say, over there. He's able to just get over his head. So now Nick Eastham 0 for 1 tonight, comes up to the plate. He struck out looking on a outside pitch. The first pitch to him is down and away, ball 1. On a pitch that was, well, you would have probably needed a hockey stick to try and swing at to get on a piece of it, but unfortunately for him, he went down looking. So 1-0 now to him. Next pitch. Hit up to the straightaway center field. Maddox Mueller going to try and find it over towards right center. He will in time. Out number 1.
Next to bat for the Roosters, catcher number 16.
So now Cy Probst will come up. As Probst already 1 for 1 tonight. He had that single right back up the middle. Was the first run of this ball game to score for the North Iowa Ragin Roosters. Now brings him up to 8 on the season for runs. Bring up that batting average a little bit more. Big man from Pennsylvania, the Maine U product. Teammates of Michael Pratt in center field tonight. So with 1 away now and a runner on first, Probst comes back up. The next pitch from Caleb Hay. Lower part of the zone called strike. 0-1 the count to the Maine U product. Has some nice pop to his bat. Not really home run power, but definitely extra bases. Can put it in the gaps and drive in runs. He's definitely showed it here. 0-1 now to Cy Probst. The next pitch. Swing and a miss on the outside fastball. He goes out there and he can't get it. So 0-2 now the count to the Lock Haven native. As fireworks we can hear over here in Bancroft. It is firework night. That one wasn't launched over here for us as it was more towards the inner part of town here in Bancroft. As Caden Miller will be up next, hitting in the 9th spot. So 0-2 now the count. The next pitch. Foul tip on the check swing and hits it up and out of play. He's not happy, but it was kind of fortunate for him as I think he would have went around enough for it to have been called a strike. So he stays alive. 0-2 still the count. 6-2 now your score here in the bottom of the 4th inning. The Ragin Roosters put up a run off the homer of Jarrett Brandon. The Sheriff goes deep to right field. It's the 0-2. Down and away. Now 1-2 the count. Griffin Schneider will not advance. Good block by Carson Trumpold. Now the main U product, going to be a rising sophomore next year. Continues to try and do what he can here. He burned through a red shirt, unfortunately, last year at Maine. Only played a couple of innings. He's continued to try and get reps here in the Expedition League. Snyder gets a good lead. The next pitch, hit over that third base side. It's a good snag over there by Will Hoke. As it was fouled off. He's able to make the bare hand grab over there at the end of the Pierre Trappers dugout. Carson Trumpold's asking for the baseball. They won't throw it to him as they're messing around with it over there. So 1-2 still the count now to Cy Probst. Continues to stay alive at the plate here. Pitch number 6 coming to him. Caleb Hay at 60 now through 3 1/3 inning of work. Next pitch. Outside and away. 2-2 now the count to the main U product. So we sit here now 7:50 in Bancroft. 76 degrees here in the Midwest. The wind blowing in from left center field towards that first base line. If you're a left-handed hitter, you're probably going to like it a little bit, though it might make your ball hook because you're right-handed. Well, don't hit it towards the wind is all. So 2-2 now the count. The next pitch to Probst. Swing and a miss, strike 3. He goes down swinging. He's not happy about that one, but he'll go down swinging. So with 2 away now, Caden Miller, who is 1 for 1 with a single on the night, comes up once again. Miller was not able to score the run of Cy Probst. He got him all the way up to third, but was not able to score him. So now he comes up 1 for 1 on the night, batting .276 entering tonight's ball game. He has a runner on first with 2 away. The next pitch from Caleb Hay to Miller, up and out away. So ball 1 to the shortstop from Centralia Community College from Clackamas, if I'm saying that correctly, Oak, Oregon. So 1-0 now the count to tonight's 9-hole hitter. The next pitch, down and away, 2-0 now the count as Griffin Snyder continues to dance over there at first, almost looking like he's going to try and steal it back. He definitely has the speed to do so. He can definitely try. We will see if he does. Spencer Holmes, the first base coach for the Ragin Roosters tonight, wearing that helmet. It's been a bit of a rotating crew of Nick Eastham, Jordan Kelly, Jarrett Brannon, among others. Rendoni as well. He was our guest last night. The 2-0. Strike on the upper part of the zone. 2-1 now the count. The upper part of that zone has not been really as favored by the home plate umpire, but it's been going against Caden Miller here, unfortunately for him. It's Miller, who stands at about, I would say, 5'10", 5'11". We'll say 5'11". He is about my height. 2-1 now to Miller. Griffin on the move, hit right back up the middle. It's going to make it past Seagraves on a good running play by Griffin Snyder. He's going to get up to third. So Caden Miller, another single on the soft ground ball that would have probably been playable for Trevor Seagraves, but unfortunately Seagraves went to cover the bag, and it allows Griffin Snyder to advance all the way to the third as he was on the move. So Michael Pratt, who's already 2 for 2 tonight, will come up once again with an RBI for him. He singled in the bottom of the first, then singled the last time he came up to score in the bottom of the third. He comes up now in the bottom of the fourth. 6-2 already your score here. The North Iowa Ragin Roosters are down by 4 here in the bottom of the fourth inning. 2 outs, runners on first and third. Caleb Hay continuing to work on the mound. He now has 2 speedy runners on the base paths. So now the Ragin Roosters 7 hits. As now Michael Pratt, who was 3 for 5 last night, 2 for 2 already tonight, he comes up once again. The next pitch, strike on the outside part of the zone, 0-1 the count to the left-handed hitting New Hampshire native. Ranked as the #1 outfielder in high school when he graduated at New Hampshire. He now goes to Maine U. The 0-1 to Michael Pratt. Just outside, low and away, and a part of the zone that's been much favored by the home plate umpire. He doesn't get it there, so 1-1 now the count to the left-handed hitting center fielder. Zach Dickinson will be up next. If Michael Pratt is able to extend this inning, the hope is that he can. 6-2 your score, the Trappers lead. The next pitch, just up and away, is 2-1 now the count. A good framework by Carson Trumpold. It was just a little too far up and out, I guess. As Pratt continued to try and stay alive here. He was our guest last night on the broadcast as he got his first interview up here in the booth. The next pitch, hit up and over to the left side. That's going to be towards the left fielder, Tynan Shahidi. He's trying to battling the sun out there. He's going to catch it, and he'll make the play. So that'll be the first time Michael Pratt goes out tonight, so we'll go to the top of the 5th inning 6-2 your score. The Ragin Roosters put up one off the home run by the Sheriff, Jared Brandon. Will go to the bottom of the top of the 5th inning. 6-2 your score. We'll be right back after this quick break. Thank you for listening to the Ragin Rooster broadcast here on YouTube. We'll be back momentarily. Hello everyone and welcome back here to Bancroft Memorial Park here in Bancroft, Iowa. 6-2 now your score after the solo homer after Jared Brandon. We'll now enter the top of the 5th inning. We'll have Tynan Shahidi lead us off for the Pierre Trappers. He's 1 for 1 tonight. So he'll now come up once again. He's now the Tennessee Tech product, tonight's left fielder. Traditionally plays in center field for this Pierre Trappers crew. As River Terry continues to work on the mound. 81 pitches for him as that one stays up and in. 1-0 now the count. Shahidi singled to right as then he was able to extend it into a triple after Zach Dickinson was not able to make the play out there and right. He then walked the last time he came up. Next pitch. Hit out there towards right field over to the foul territory. Wyatt Duncan's going to try and track it down. It's going to land out of play. Unfortunately, just drifts a little too far over. So Tynan Shahidi will stay alive. 1-1 now the count to him. Duncan tried his hardest to try and get over there. He was tracking it all the way, but wasn't able to get over there before it landed in foul territory. So it would have been out of play even if he made the catch, unfortunately for him. So 1-1 now the count to Shahidi. He'll lead us off from the top of the 5th. Nobody out, nobody on. 6-2 your score. The Trappers lead the Ragin Roosters. The 1-1. Hit over that third base side. Griffin Snyder will pick it up on a hop. The throw to first will be in time. Another bullet over there from Griffin Snyder will be out number 1. So he's done an excellent job over there at the hot corner tonight. That'll be out number 1.
Third baseman number 22, Hunter Brown.
Now Hunter Brown will come up to the plate. Brown from Modesto Community College. He's 0 for 2 tonight, unfortunately for him. With one away now, he comes up once again. He struck out the last time he came up swinging. It was the last out of the inning. He now comes up with one away and nobody on. The next pitch from River Terry, down and away, ball 1. As Terry will see if he can go any further in this ball game. I don't believe he's going to make it through, or make it into the 6th inning, I should say. So he'll try and continue to work through the 5th. The next pitch, down in the dirt once again. 2-0 now the count. As Terry now up to 86 pitches, as I was stating. He might be able to make it into the 6th. We will see, of course. He's able to make it pretty quickly. We will see, though. 2-0 now the count. The next pitch from River Terry. Hitter of that third base side. Griffin Snyder picks it up. The throw from deep third base. Can he make it? He cannot. As Wyatt Duncan pulled himself off the back. It was a great play by Griffin Snyder. Looked himself like Nolan Arenado. Unfortunately, couldn't get it there in time. As Wyatt Duncan pulled his foot off the bag as he was trying to pick it over there. Unfortunately, it allows the runner to get on. So an infield single by Hunter Brown on that third base side. It would have been an outstanding play. Would have been Sports Center worthy if Griffin Snyder made it. Unfortunately, couldn't get it there. So now Maddox Mueller comes up. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Will now come up to the plate. First pitch to Mueller, hit over to that third base side once again. Griffin Snyder's getting a lot of action over there on third base. He comes up now, Maddox Mueller. 0 for 2 tonight, batting .239 entering tonight's ball game. He comes up, he struck out looking and struck out swinging already tonight. Now he has a runner on first with one away. Hunter Brown gets on with the infield single. 0-1 now the count to tonight's center fielder with that bright blue bat. He made a relief appearance last night. The next pitch, up and away, ball one. Is Mueller in last night's game, one of 4 pitchers. He went 2 innings, gave up 2 hits, 1 earned run, walked 3, and gave up had 2 strikeouts. The 1-1. Down and away now, 2-1 the count to Maddox Mueller. 6-2 your score here in the top of the 5th inning. The Pierre Trappers lead the North Iowa Ragin Roosters. They put up 5 in the first 2 innings, and now put up 1 in the top of the 4th. They'll look to continue that here. The next pitch, fouled up and out of play once again. 2-2 now the count as River Terry continues to try and work it through. 91 pitches now through 4 and a 3rd inning of work. This will most likely be his last inning. We will see, though, if he's able to make it quick. If he's able to keep it under 95, we will most likely see him next inning. 2-2 now the count to Maddox Mueller. 1 away, runner on first. The next pitch, just a little too far outside. Now 3-2 the count to tonight's center fielder. Next will be Noah McCreary, the DH. See if he gets an opportunity here. Double play depth for this middle infield. The next pitch, fouled up and out of play once again from Maddox Mueller, continuing to stay alive. The home plate umpire asking for some baseballs. So 3-2 still the count here to Maddox Mueller. River Terry trying to see if he can roll a double play here. As now we sit here, 8 o'clock, a little past that I should say, in Bancroft. The wind continuing to blow in from left center field towards that first base side, or towards even the home plate now. It's currently 6-2 your score. River Terry sets the full count pitch. Just up in the zone, Mueller gets on with a walk, his first of the night. So now runners on second and first with 1 away. It'll be Noah McCreary, who is 2 for 2 tonight, come up to the plate. McCreary has singled twice tonight, including that last one where it took the odd hop over there and bounced over the head of Wyatt Duncan. On the jumping attempt, he wasn't able to make it a play. Clark U product now comes up. Left-handed hitting DH, traditionally over there in left field from Clark University. Comes up with runners on second and first. The first pitch from Terry, down and away, ball 1. Terry, 95 pitches now through 4 and a 3rd inning of work. It'll most likely be his final inning here, as we'll see who will come in next for the Ragin Roosters. The left-handed hitting outfielder continues to try and stay alive here. 1-0 from River Terry. Runners on second and first, 1 away, 6-2 your score here in the top of the 5th. The next pitch, fouled off by McCreary. 1-1 now the count. The last time we saw McCreary here in Bancroft, his batting gloves were deteriorating in his hands, and he threw the bat accidentally towards the snack stand over there on the first base side. We now have new netting over there to protect people that might be getting some food. The 1-1. Hit out there towards left center field. It's going to be in shallow left center field. Will anybody be there? Eddie Madrigal makes the sliding grab. What a catch by Eddie Madrigal. He almost outran it, but he's able to make the play. What a play by Eddie Madrigal. His first start out in the field. He gets his first out. What a nice play by Eddie Madrigal. Shallow left center or left field over towards that third base line. He's able to make the sliding grab, reach all the way back, and make the catch. So now 2 away. And now Carson Trumpold, 0 for 1 tonight, will come up to the plate. He already has a walk to his name tonight. He'll come up once again. It's the next pitch, up in the zone, ball 1. So 1-0 now the count is Trumpold grounded into a double play the last time he came up. He now comes up with 2 outs and runners on second and first. That's the next pitch to Carson Trumpold. Strike on the inner part of the zone. Now 1-1 the count as the red Ragin Roosters try and keep these Pierre Trappers from putting up any more runs here. 6-2 your score after they put up 1 in the top of the 4th, put up 5 between the second and third inning, or first and third inning. It's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2 to Carson Trumpold, the Bismarck State product, trying to stay alive and keep the inning going for the Trappers. River Terry trying to end it here. 100 pitches now on the dot. The Trappers scored 2 in the top of the first, 3 in the top of the second. They then scored 1 in the top of the fourth, making it now 6-2. The next pitch, runners on the move, up in the zone. The throw down to third will not be in time. Now with double stolen base, Hunter Brown with a good jump. He's able to get down there quickly. Unfortunately, Griffin Snyder's not able to get over there in time with the play. So 2-2 now the count to Carson Trumple. He now has runners 90 and 180 feet away. Maddox Mueller on second. He can definitely move it if Trumple is able to get one down. So 2-2 now the count to Carson Trumple, tonight's battery for the Pierre Trappers. 2-2. Swung on a hit out towards right center field. Will anybody be there? I don't know if anybody can find it. They will. It's going to be Zach Dickinson in right field. Out number 3 as that ball floated over there from right center towards right. So Ruteri able to get himself out of the 5th inning without any runs against his name. Will enter the bottom of the 5th, 6-2 your score. We'll be right back here to Bancroft in a couple of moments. Thank you for listening to the Ragin Roosters broadcast here on YouTube. We'll be back momentarily. Hello everyone and welcome back here to Bancroft Memorial Park here in Bancroft, Iowa. Zach Dickinson will look to lead us off here as we enter the bottom of the 5th inning. 6-2 your score. The Pierre Trappers lead the North Iowa Ragin Roosters. Dickinson 0 for 2. He struck out looking at a pitch that, well, he would have probably needed a hockey stick to try and swing at as it was a bit far outside, but the call was given to Caleb Hay. As the last time we saw him, he went 3 for 5 with his first home run here in the Expedition League, one that was absolutely launched over the left field wall. He lined out the center the first time he came up. It's the first pitch from Caleb Hay. Strike over the heart of the plate. 0-1 the count. Hay needed 70 pitches to get through 4 innings of work. We have yet to see someone in the bullpen right now for the Ragin Roosters. We'll see who comes up next, as I believe River Terry's night will end. The 0-1. Fouled off. Now 0-2 the count to Zach Dickinson, the Hope International product from the state of California. That is where Hope International is also located, the NAIA school. Competed in the College World Series this year. The 0-2. Just outside, 1-2 now the count, or at least the NAIA World Series, I should say, in the preliminary brackets, took on Georgia Gwinnett, as well as Point Park University, my alma mater, as well as a couple of the other colleges. The 0-2. Hit up and over to the first base side. It's going to land foul as... So staying before the NAIA's College World Series and how Hope International was doing, they took on Point Park University, was located or referred to as one of the better teams in their bracket. Georgia Gwinnett was ranked as the number 6 seed in the nation in NAIA school. They were able to take on Georgia Gwinnett and defeat them once before getting eliminated. The next pitch fouled off by Dickinson on an up and in fastball as he's able to at least get a piece of the high heat. So still 1-2 now to tonight's right fielder. hitting in the 2 spot. The last time we saw him, once again, he went 3 for 5 with a 2-run shot over the left field wall. The 0-2. Just outside, ball 2, I should say. It was 1-2 the count, and now it's 2-2 on the outside fastball. He thought he could get it on that one. He couldn't there. So we have 2 arms down there warming up for the Pierre Trappers, or at least a handful. Not sure if they're trying to stay warm or getting ready to go. The Ragin Roosters still have nobody up. The next pitch, fouled up and out of play by Dickinson. Still 2-2 now the count as that one ends up off a tree. So 2-2 now the count. Nobody out or nobody on after Dickinson will now lead us off. Caleb Hay continue to work on the mound. A 7-pitch at bat now for Dickinson. We'll now get a new baseball for Caleb Hay. The Hope International product continues to stay alive here at the plate. Bottom of the 5th, the next pitch. Hit over that third base side, continuing to stay alive. Another foul ball. Dickinson now got himself a quality at bat, to put it lightly. Still 2-2 now the count. 8 pitches now to Dickinson. 2-2 now the count. As Caleb Hay continuing to work on the mound, the Ottawa U out of Arizona product. Next pitch. Check swing, doesn't go. It's just a little too far outside. That's a part of the zone that earlier tonight would have probably been called. That one now stays outside. So full count is now the outside part of the zone getting a little more pinch in comparison to what it was earlier. Full count now to Dickinson. The next pitch. Fouls it off once again. Dickinson continuing to stay alive now. 10 pitches in the at-bat. What has been a quality at-bat for him. He shakes his head. He wanted more of that one. Unfortunately, he fouls it off, though, there. He's got that red and black bat, similar to what I used to swing back when I was in high school. Of course, I think he uses a different brand than what I do. So 3-2 now the count to Zach Dickinson as he steps out for a moment. Caleb Hay continues to get ready up there on the mound. The right-hander sets the 3-2. Fouls it off once again. He continues to stay alive. Dickinson fighting up there at the plate. 11 pitches now to the California native. Still 3-2 now the count. Bottom of the 5th inning here in Bancroft, Iowa. 6-2 your score. The next pitch from Hay. Hit over that shortstop side. Jackson Mix is going to pick it up. The throw in first will be in time. Unfortunately for Dickinson, he's not able to outrun that one. As Mix from the deep shortstop side is able to make the play. So with one away now, Eddie Madrigal, who is 0 for 2 tonight with a double play and a strikeout. It's been one of his harsher nights tonight, but he'll look to see if he can bounce back here. He comes up to the plate with one away and nobody on here in the bottom of the 5th. Tonight's left fielder, traditionally the catcher for this Ragin Rooster crew, as Cy Probst gets another start behind the plate. We'll see what he can do here. The next pitch, way inside, almost takes out his kneecaps, doesn't even flinch though, 1-0. The man from Elk Grove, California, a Sacramento Kings fan, which means he's been through the ringer in the last couple of years with how their play has been, unfortunately for him. It's the 1-0. Strike on the outside part of the zone, 1-1 now the count is. There's that outer part of the zone that we were talking about before. So 1-1 now the count. One away, nobody out. Or one away, nobody on. Next pitch, laced over to that first base side. Oh, goodness, it almost scared the living bejeebus out of Nick Easton, who was on the wall there. It bounced right in front of him. It gets him off there as he had to walk away for a second to catch his breath. So 1-2 now the count to Eddie Madrigal, tonight's left fielder, in his first outfielding appearance here in the Expedition League. The next pitch, swing and a miss on another high fastball. That'll be back-to-back strikeouts for Eddie Madrigal tonight, 2 away. Now Wyatt Duncan will come up for his 3rd appearance of the night. He's 0 for 1 tonight as he walked his first time up and then grounded out to the pitcher. So now with 2 away and no one on, Duncan will look to see what he can do. Again, 0 for 1 tonight with the ground out. Walked the first time he came up, was fortunately cut down at second on the fielder's choice from Griffin Snyder. California native out of Biola U. Look to see what he can do here. Has been slugging the baseball for these Ragin Roosters, a .529 slugging percentage entering tonight's ball game. Has a lot of pop to his bat. Caleb Hay now at 86 pitches. The next pitch. just down and away, ball one. 1-0 now the count to the California native. 6-2 your score here between the North Iowa Ragin Roosters and the Pierre Trappers. The Trappers leading in the bottom of the 5th. The next pitch, just down and in, so 2-0 now the count. As the home plate umpire will take a look over there to the Trappers dugout as they yelled some things. Not sure what they were yelling at first. I think just saying where. The 2-0. Up and in once again. Now Wyatt Duncan will have 3-0 the count to him, and he'll most likely be holding off on a swing as Caleb Hay will pitch number 90 here on this next delivery. 3-0 now the count. 2 away, nobody on. The next pitch to Duncan. Outside ball 4, so a walk, a 4-pitch walk at that to Wyatt Duncan, his second of the night.
Second baseman number 1, Jarrett Brannon.
Now Jarrett Brannon comes up to the plate. He went deep the last time he came up to lead us off in the bottom of the 4th inning. He went to right field on the first pitch that he saw, an absolute bullet that just squeaked over that right field wall. It was going, taken for a ride. Jacob Griffin tried to make a play on it. He couldn't get there. It was actually a couple of feet over the wall, I should say. It wasn't really squeaked as much as it was just taken for a drive. It was on a line there, so it just looked a little low. That one he'll hit right back up the middle towards Jackson Mix. He'll pick it up. The throw to first will be in time. Out number 3. So a ground out there from Jarrett Brannon will end the inning. We'll go to the top of the 6th. 6-2 your score. We'll be right back after this quick break. Thank you for listening to the Ragin' Rooster broadcast here on YouTube. We'll be back momentarily. Hello everyone and welcome back here to Bancroft Memorial Park as we enter the top of the 6th inning. River Terry still out there on the mound, 102 pitches. He'll look to see if he can get himself a quick one maybe and try and get through this inning. As now we'll have Colton Yanish come up to the plate. Yanish 1 for 1 tonight. He walked the first time he came up. He'll come up once again as the home plate umpire currently having a conversation over there with, I believe, Coach Young. I'm not sure what's going on over there, but something's going on. As I believe, Zach Dickinson's now actually been pulled from the ball game. It's going to be Nick Eastham out there in right field, as Zach Dickinson is currently on the bench. So Dickinson comes out of the ball game. I'm not entirely sure what the reason. It might be due to his leg. He is still a little sore. So now it'll be Nick Eastham out there instead. He'll come in from the DH spot. So Yanish will now come up to the plate, though. So, bit of a switch there. Pratt's still out there in center, and obviously Eddie Madrigal still in left. The rest of the field stays the same. Not sure what the whole conversation is here. Now we're having a conversation between the infield and the catching umpires, as I wonder if they're disputing whether they can put Eastham in right. The correct answer is technically you can. We've seen it happen a couple of times this year as Dickinson just waiting out, so I'm not sure what the whole conversation is here right now, but it's going on nonetheless. Dickinson seems to be still struggling with that right leg injury, so I'm not sure what the whole debate is here, but apparently there was one, but now it seems to have been cleared up. So now Colton Yanish will come up, the Illinois Valley product. The field is set now. Eastham now in right. Zach Dickinson on the bench as he has been lifted from the ball game. So now Colton Yanish will come up to the plate, the left-handed hitting first baseman. He's already got a double to his name and a walk. He comes up now to lead us off. 102 pitches for River Terry. He'll continue to try and work here in the top of the 6th. First pitch from him. Out and away, ball 1. 1-0 now the count. The left-handed hitter is not sure who will be next for this Ragin' Roosters crew. We have no one up in the bullpen right now, so it will most likely be an infield or an outfield arm that will be coming into the ball game next. The 1-0. Swing and a miss on the inside fastball. 1-1 now the count. Yanish looks to lead us off. Nobody on, nobody out. 6-2 your score here in the top of the 6th. River Terry continuing to work here on the mound. 1-1. Down and in. Ooh, that one got the home plate umpire. You could hear that yell all the way from up here. It bounced, I believe, right through the legs of Cy Probst, and it came up and hit him. I'm not sure where that got him at, but that one probably hurt a little bit. Not sure where that got him. But it probably didn't feel very good as now he pulls out his lineup card and goes over to talk to the head coach of the Pierre Trappers. It's all coordinated. He just wanted to go back over there and talk to him for a minute. As he does go over there, and I think he's talking with him about how the right fielder, Nick Eastham, is now in the game. So we're going to have another conversation, I guess. So we're going to have a conversation still between the Pierre Trapper. I'm not sure what the debate is, but apparently there's been a debate right now about what's going on in the lineup card as he continues to have a conversation with him. It is just a substitution in the field. I'm not sure what the debate is, but there's apparently a debate going on. So we'll just continue to work here, I assume. I'm not sure what's going to happen. As it seems to be cleared up, I think. I think it's cleared up. It appears so. As I heard the words, I think that's what you said. So we'll just go back right here to play. We apologize. I'm not sure that was the double break here, essentially. So 2-1 now the count to Colton Yanish after that one came up and hit the home plate umpire, then promptly walked over to the third base dugout and talked to the head coach of the Pierre Trappers. The 2-1. Up in the zone now, 3-1 the count to Colton Yanish. As Terry now at 106 pitches. He doesn't have many left to his name. There is technically a pitch limit here in the Expedition League. You cannot hit 120. The next pitch. Down and away, ball 4. Now Yanish will get on. So it is ball 4. Home plate umpire says it's ball 3. It should be ball 4. It should be ball 4. It is ball 4. They'll allow him to go. As that was a weird turn of events there. So ball 4 to Colton Yanish. Now Jacob Griffin will now come up. He's 1 for 1 on the night. Come up now. A runner on first. And nobody out. His third time up to the plate. Once again, 1 for 1 tonight. He already has some walks to his name. He's Terry now at 107. The next pitch. Up in the zone once again. Now 1-0 the count. As unfortunately, I believe Terry might be out of time here. I'm not sure how deep he can really go into this ball game. I know the limit is 120. You're not supposed to hit that peak, though. The next pitch. Strike on the inner part of the zone. Now 1-1 the count on the upper numbers of Jacob Griffin, the left-handed hitter. He went down on strikes last night on a pitch he couldn't believe. He gave an exasperated look to the home plate umpire, and understandably so. It was a bit outside, but he goes down. So 1-1 now the count to Jacob Griffin. Down and in once again. 2-1 now the count. River Terry now at 110. Not sure how much longer he can go in this ball game. I believe the max is 120, not 115. I'm not entirely sure. So 2-1 now the count. Runner on first, nobody out after the leadoff walk to Yanish. Fouled off by Griffin. Now 2-2 the count on the inside fastball. He gets a piece of it as he took a big hack at it. Couldn't get any good contact though. As the home run leader, the extra base leader, and the RBI leader for this Pierre Trapper squad. Hitting in the 9th spot is at the plate. The 2-2 from River Terry. The next pitch. Swung on and hit over that left-hand side. Snyder takes a couple steps, and we'll watch that one float up and out of play. So 2-2 now the count. Terry continuing to work on the mound. As there is a man over there in the bullpen for the Pierre Trappers, I do believe. Not sure who it is over there right now. So 2-2 once again to Jacob Griffin from River Terry. The next pitch. Swung on a hit over there towards left center field. Eddie Madrigal will get right underneath it. Out number 1 on the line drive to left field. Sounded like it got off the end of the bat, but it will be a line out number 1. So now Jackson Mix will come up 0 for 2 already tonight. He comes up for his 4th plate appearance. Has a walk to his name on the night. He grounded into a double play the last time he came up. He'll look to try and not do that here with 1 away and a runner on first. Trying to get River Terry out of this ball game as Terry now at 113 pitches. He's looking to see if he can turn that double play and get through this inning. The first pitch. Swung on and ripped out there to right field. It's going to be Nick Eastham trying to make a play on it. It's going to bounce off the wall. That's going to at least be a single. Colton Yanish didn't know if he was going to be able to move. He unfortunately, that absolute bullet of a line drive is only going to count for a single. Jackson Mix would have easily had extra bases, maybe even a double, if possibly a triple. So now River Terry's night looks to have ended as Coach Dakota Young will come out to talk to him. Tynan Shahidi will come up to the plate, so I do believe this will be...
Second baseman number 1, Trevor Seagraves.
I apologize, it is Trevor Seagraves. He gives us a look up here in the box, understandably so. We saw Shahidi go up to pick up the bat. Our bad, understandably so. So, excuse me, Dakota Young's going to allow River Terry to keep pitching. So, River Terry, 114 pitches to his name. He's going to keep going. As now Trevor Seagraves, who is 0 for 1 tonight, comes up to the plate. Does have a walk to his name, an RBI on the sac fly, and a run to his name. So now 7 RBIs, 18 runs to his name on the year. 1 away, runners on second and first. 6-2 your score in the top of the 6th. River Terry continues to work. The first pitch. Just up on the zone ball 1 to tonight's second baseman, hitting in the 2-hole. The ever so dangerous second baseman has exceptional speed, will run out any ground ball he hits. The 1-0. Fouls that one off his back. He spikes the bat a little bit, as that one probably didn't feel very good. So 1-1 now the count to Seagraves, as we could hear that yell from all the way up here, the Ottawa University, Arizona product. It's time to cheat. He gives him a kiss on the leg. I love that one. That one was great. Tynan Shahidi and Seagraves with the bromance. So 1-1 now the count, 1 away. Runners on second and first. 6-2 your score here in the top of the 6th inning. The Trappers lead the Ragin Roosters. The next pitch up in the zone once again. Now 2 on the count, as this will be River Terry's final inning. This has to be, I would assume. 2-1 now the count. 1 away, runners on second and first. The next pitch. Up in the zone once again. 3-1 now the count to Seagraves. So look to see if he can load the bases with 1 away. River Terry's trying to turn that double play, see if he can end the inning and at least go 6 through here. We'll see what he can do. The next pitch. Up in the zone, ball 4, and that'll be a walk, and it'll load the bases. So with 1 away, the bases are loaded, and still no Dakota Young to come out and talk. So maybe there isn't a pitch limit. I thought there was, but Terry at 119. Tynan Shahidi will come up. So Shahidi now will look to see if he can go ahead and give an extra lead. The first pitch from Terry will be up and in, ball 1. So 1-0 now the count to the Tennessee Tech product. Tynan Shahidi, batting .281 entering tonight's game. He is 1 for 2. He'll come up once again. The 1-0. Up in the zone once again. 2-0 now the count to tonight's left fielder. He singled the first time up, walked, and then promptly grounded out the third the last time. So 2-0 now the count. River Terry in a bit of a pickle. Bases loaded, 1 away. The next pitch. Down and away. He can't get the framework. 3-0 now the count. As Tynan Shahidi will most likely just be holding on this next pitch. So ball 4 will bring in a run, and unfortunately that looks to be where this is headed possibly. River Terry trying to bring it back. 3-0 the count, the next pitch. just too far inside, ball 4. Now 7-2 your score. Dakota Young at the top of the dugout steps, 123 pitches. He still has yet to go out, though.
Next to bat for the Trappers, third baseman
Dakota Young just at the top of the steps. He still has yet to go out there. Hunter Brown will now come up 123 pitches to River Terry. It's almost like this is Game 7 of the World Series at this point, how many pitches he's gone to this ball game. First pitch to Hunter Brown. Outside ball 1, 1-0. Brown 1 for 3 tonight. Singled last time to that third base side. It was his first hit after Griffin Snyder tried to make the Arenado-like play from foul territory. Just couldn't get it there. The 1-0. Outside once again. 2-0 now the count to Hunter Brown. And if you're the Ragin' Roosters, you got to be looking to go to that bullpen here soon. Unfortunately for River Terry's, Caden Miller, his Centrilli Community College product, comes over to talk to him for a quick second. Understandably so. Just trying to get his pitcher to get an out here, at least try his hardest to get a ground ball, hopefully to a side where the double play can be turned, as there's one away and the bases are still loaded. 7-2 your score. The next pitch from River Terry, the 2-0. Swung on and hit out there towards center field. It's going to get down. That's going to score at least 2. They're going to try and send the runner around. That's going to be a 2-run single off the bat of Hunter Brown. Hunter Brown comes up with a clutch 2-run single. Now makes it 9-2 score. And now Dakota Young will come out on 126 pitches. River Terry's night will end. It will. River Terry will now call it a night. As now Semler Dietrich will come out onto the mound. So Semler Dietrich will come out in relief. We'll be right back after this quick break. Thank you for listening to the Ragin' Rooster broadcast here on YouTube. We'll be back momentarily. Hello everyone and welcome back here to Bancroft Memorial Park here in Bancroft, Iowa. We have a new pitcher on the mound. Semler Dietrich, traditionally a starter for this North Iowa Ragin' Roosters crew, will come in relief of River Terry. He now has the bases loaded with one away, or excuse me, runners on first and third, I should say, with one away. He'll now come in relief of River Terry, who is up to 126 pitches. Dietrich, who pitched in Game 3 against this Pierre Trappers squad, will now come up once again. As now Maddox Mueller will come up, who's 0 for 2 tonight, a couple of walks to his name. And it's a surprise here to see Dietrich out on the mound after, once again, he made a pitching appearance in Game 3, which was only a handful of days ago in Pierre. He threw 95 pitches. He'll make the relief appearance here, though. He'll throw over to first. Will be in time. Hunter Brown makes it in. The Ragin' Roosters are low in pitching right now, but still kind of a surprise here to see him on the mound. The first pitch from Dietrich. Strike on the inner part of the zone, 0-1, as the High Point University club team member will come in for his first relief appearance in the Expedition League. The next pitch, breaking ball outside, called strike, 0-2 now the count to Maddox Mueller. Tonight's center fielder with that signature bright blue bat, a bat thankfully he hasn't broken just yet. It's been a tradition, almost seems like, in the Expedition League to break at least a bat a game. It's already happened to Wyatt Duncan tonight. The 0-2. Breaking ball a little too far outside. The runners will not advance. His side probes makes a great block. So Dietrich will come in relief here tonight. Did not see him warming up down there in the bullpen. It is now Isaiah Berkland who is warming up, though, in case Dietrich is not able to get out of it. The Iowa Central Community College product down there. 1-2 now the count. The next pitch from Semler Dietrich. Just up high. 2-2 now the count. The High Point Club team product. Looking to see if he can possibly try out for the High Point team this next year. Look to see what he can do. 2-2 now the count. One away. 9-2 your score. The next pitch. Swung on hit over that third base side. It's going to get through. Maddox Mueller with an RBI single. So now 10-2 your score. The Trappers have now hit double digits.
Next to bat for the Trappers, designated number 23, Noah McCreary.
So now Noah McCreary will come up to the plate once again. He's 2 for 3 on the night. He's had himself a heck of a ball game, as it is now 10-2 in the top of the 6th. McCreary, the Mark Clark U product, comes up once again 2 for 3 tonight. The last time he came up, he flew out to left field, already singled twice. First pitch from Dietrich. Strike over the heart of the plate, 0-1 the count to the left-handed hitting outfielder. Traditionally a left fielder, Tynan Shahidi out there tonight, moving over from center as Maddox Mueller patrols out there in center field. He's now on first with a runner on second as well, 1 away. The next pitch from Dietrich, up in the zone, the breaking ball, 1-1. Hunter Brown on second, Maddox Mueller on first. 1 out, 10-2 your score here in the top of the 6th. 4 runs have scored here for the Pierre Trappers. The next pitch from Dietrich. Hit up and over the foul territory on the left-hand side. It's going to be out of play as Griffin Snyder tried to make it over there, as I believe that's Garrett Arnold over there who made that catch over in foul territory. Or no, it is not. I apologize. That was Andrew Beavers who was the one that made the catch over there for the Pierre Trappers. He was on the mound warming up with one of his pitchers. I think that is Brady Glenn over there, the left-hander, who made his last pitching appearance against the Trappers against the Ragin Roosters in Game 2, which ended up being a loss for the Ragin Roosters in the Home Run Derby. So 1-2 now the count to McCreary. 10-2 your score here in the top of the 6th inning. Dietrich coming in relief has already given up a run. The 1-2 from the High Point product. Slider hit over there to the right field side. Eastham takes a couple steps back. Will get underneath it. The runners will try and advance. The throw-in from Eastham will not be in time. So the runners will advance, but a hard fly ball out there will at least allow the runners to advance. So Mix and Brown advance. Mueller. Not Mix. Mueller was able to tag up as well. So now Carson Trumpold, 0 for 2 tonight, comes up with 2 aways and runners 90 and 180 feet away. Look to see if he can at least put a 10-run lead on the Ragin Roosters. Semler Dietrich trying to end it here. The Bismarck State product comes up 0 for 2 once again tonight. He does have some walks to his name. The next pitch from Dietrich. Fouled over towards that first base side. That'll scare a couple of fans over there. 0-1 now the count. Runners on second and third after the fly ball from McCreary allows the runners to advance. Now 90 and 180 feet away with 2 outs. Trumpold trying to put a 10-run lead up for the Trappers. Dietrich trying to end it here. The next pitch, way up and in. 1-1 now the count from the High Point Club team product. He was a late addition to this Ragin Rooster crew, whose 2 wins have both been against the Red River Pilots, where he both times went 7 innings, was excellent in both of those appearances. Unfortunately, outside of that, he's not been able to get his groove working, as that one stays a little too low. 2-1 now the count. It's now the now defunct, currently Red River Pilots was the 2 teams that he was best against, or the best team that he was against. Both times were in Grand Forks. He seemed to love pitching over there in South Dakota. Unfortunately, he's not been able to get it as well done here. The next pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Now 2-2 the count as Dietrich in his first relief appearance trying to get through the rest of this inning. Coming in for River Terry, who threw 126 pitches through 5 1/3 inning of work, gave up 8 hits, 10 runs, 9 of them earned, with 9 walks and 3 strikeouts. The next pitch from Dietrich. The 2-2 count. Swung on, hit over that third base side. It's going to be in fair territory. The throw to first will not be in time as he gets off the bag. So a good try by Griffin Snyder, but it allows the runners to get on. So a 2 RBI infield single off the bat allows those runners to score. As Carson Trumbull might have thought that it was foul for a moment, but now it is 12-2 your score. Colton Yanish will now come up 1 for 1 tonight. He's walked twice and has a double to his name. So now it is 12-2. Dietrich unfortunately is not able to get there with that final out as Trumbull hits the soft grounder that Griffin Snyder tried his hardest to try and make the play on. The first pitch he'll see strike 1 over the heart of the plate. And now 12-2 your score. So now the Ragin' Roosters need to score a run in their next 2 appearances or face the 10-run rule. Big swing and a miss from Yanish. Now 0-2 the count. The High Point University native, or from the native from Rhode Island, from High Point University, continues to work. The 0-2. Check swing, did he go? Yes, he did. Strike 3 on the drop third strike. He'll be out, though. So swing and a miss, strike 3 for Colton Yanish. The beer batter goes down. So 12-2 now your score. The Pierre Trappers score 6 in the top of the 6th inning. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. Griffin Snyder will look to lead us off. We'll be right back after this quick break. Thank you for listening to the Ragin' Rooster broadcast here on YouTube. We'll be back momentarily. Hello, everyone, and welcome back here to Bancroft Memorial Park here in Bancroft, Iowa. We have a new pitcher on the mound for the Pierre Trappers, Caleb Hayes, and Caleb Hayes' night, I should say, ends after he goes 5 innings, throws 91 pitches, gives up 7 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned, with 2 walks and 6 strikeouts. Now, Brady Glenn from Lassen Community College comes up. The last time we saw him was against the North Iowa Ragin Roosters in Pierre. He was the last man on the mound as he gave up the game-tying RBI in the top of the 9th before we went to extra innings. As now Griffin Snyder will come up to the plate. Snyder already 1 for 2 tonight. Add up to that batting average as he's batting .257 on the year. It's been an outstanding year for him. The utility man has been all over that infield, understandably so. He grounded into the fielder's choice the first time he came up and then singled to right. He now comes up once again for his 3rd plate appearance of the night. The St. Louis native will face off against the new left-handed pitcher. First pitch. Breaking ball up and away, ball 1. Is the left-hander, not known for many walks, doesn't strike out a lot either, but is able to get a lot of outs. This almost looks like Brad Hand out there, the way he pitches. Or you could say Carlos Rondon, the next pitch. Down and away, ball 2. So 2-0 now the count. I would say Brad Hand would be a good way of resembling him. A left-hander with that sporadic kick before he delivers on that overhand style. A little bit of an angle. So 2-0 now the count. The next pitch. Inside, strike 1. Griffin Snyder doesn't like that call. That one was inside. So 2-1 now the count to the St. Mary's College product. As Snyder will lead us off here in the bottom of the 6th. 12-2 your score. The next pitch. Laced out there towards left center field. That's going to be for extra bases. That ball might bounce all the way to the wall. Griffin Snyder's on his horse. He's going to make it all the way to second. The ball will bounce all the way to the wall. Throws it into Shahidi, who makes the relay throw in. So a double for Griffin Snyder. An absolute bullet out there to left center field. Puts him on second with nobody out. Now Eastham, who is 0 for 2 tonight, will come up to the plate, looking to see if he can come up with RBI number 19 here, as he has a runner on second with nobody out. He is now in right field after starting off as the DH. He flew out to center field the last time he came up. He'll now look to see what he can do. With nobody out and a runner on second. The next pitch, way outside, ball 1. 1-0 now the count, as Brady Glenn gives up a leadoff double to Griffin Snyder, who put an absolute drive into that one, as it bounced all the way to the wall out there in left center field. 1-0 from Brady Glenn. Strike on the outside part of the zone. 1-1 now the count to Nick Eastham. Going with the gloveless wonder, Craig Kenny statement, who is currently not with the team right now. So 1-1 now the count to the Midway U product at the plate. The next pitch. Swung on and hit over to the right-hand side. It'll end up in foul territory, out of play. So 1-2 now the count to the Midway U product from the NAIA school in the River State Conference from the state of Kentucky. 1-2 now the count to Eastham. Runner on second, nobody out. 12-2 your score. Breaking ball fouled up and out of play once again. That one ends up in the neighbor's fencing. 12-2 your score here between the North Iowa Ragin Roosters and the Pierre Trappers. The Ragin Roosters need to score at least 1 to keep the 10-run rule from activating here in the bottom of the 6th. If they go to the 7th without a run and they don't score anything there, it will be a final score. 12-2 your score already. The next pitch, breaking ball just up high, so 2-2 now the count to Eastham. The man who's been all over the outfield and all over the batting order, he now hits tonight in the 7th spot. He is, I believe, hitting pretty much every single spot in the lineup from 1 through 9. The 2-2. That one's down and in. Now 3-2 the count to Nick Eastham. As the Midway product had 18 stolen bases last year at Midway, was caught stealing 1 time. He's already got 12 here in the Expedition League, was caught once. Full count the next pitch. Down and in once again, ball 4. Eastham gets himself on with a walk, so we'll have runners on first and second with still nobody out.
The Roosters catcher number 16, Cy Probst.
Now Cy Probst, the main U product, will come up to the plate. Batting .268 on the season, a .382 on base percentage. He'll now come up and see if he can score himself an RBI. Runners on second and first, still nobody out. He singled the first time he came up and then struck out swinging on the high fastball the last time. He'll look to see what he can do here. He was the first run of the ball game to score in the next pitch. Snyder on the move. The throw down to third will not be in time. So a ball inside. Griffin Snyder steals a base. A good jump for him. He's able to get the slide in there. Excuse me. So it's 0-1 now the count, as it was a called strike. We thought it was a called ball. We apologize. So the called strike still has the stolen base. Now runners at the corners. The next pitch to Probst. That one's outside, so that one is a ball. So 1-1 now the count to the main U product. Is Nick Eastham over there first. He's going to look for stolen base number 13. I can already tell you right now. He is facing off against Brady Glenn, the left-hander, though. He might try and keep him close with that left-handed move. The next pitch. Hit over that third base side. It'll end up, the throw to second will be in time. Griffin Snyder's now caught in a run down. The throw home. Trumple drops it, and Griffin Snyder will score. So a fielder's choice, and unfortunately it allows the run to score. So it was quite an odd play there. So Hunter Brown throws to second to get Eastham out, but allows Snyder to score. So Trumpold wasn't able to make the play at home, so now it is 12-3 your score, as Caden Miller, who is 2 for 2 tonight, will come up to the plate. So instead of going for the double play, they try and catch Griffin Snyder, and instead it allows the run to score. So 12-3 now your score, with Centralia Community College product will come up to the plate. Unfortunately, it won't count as a hit for Cy Probst, so that one stays down in the dirt, ball 1, but he does get himself on base. So with one out, 12-3 now your score here in the bottom of the sixth. The 10-run rule now not active anymore. It is now a 9-run ball game. So we sit here at 8:50 in Bancroft. The sun's starting to go down even more here. It's 70 degrees almost. The next pitch, down in the dirt once again. 2-0 now the count to Caden Miller. Tonight's shortstop. He singled both times, once up the middle and another one on that fly ball, that light line drive, you could say, out towards shallow center. The next pitch, hit right over the shortstop side. Jackson Mix is going to fumble it, and that's going to be an error by Jackson Mix. Oh, what's an odd play there? That's not a play that you usually see Jackson Mix make, where he gets the error. He drops it there as he was trying to make the quick double play flip. Instead, it's an error for Jackson Mix. So now runners on second and first with one away. Michael Pratt, the hottest hitter on this Ragin' Rooster crew, comes up to the plate. He's 2 for 3 tonight. Flew out, unfortunately, last time he came up. He comes up once again. He singled both times tonight and had that fly out the last time he came up on a line drive to left and a hard ground ball over to the second base side. Runners on second and first, one away. Has an RBI already to his name. First pitch he'll see is a strike over the heart of the plate, 0-1 the count. It's the lefty-lefty matchup now here at the plate. Pratt trying to bring this ball game back for the Ragin' Roosters. Down by 9 here in the bottom of the sixth. Brady Glenn sets the next pitch. Strike on the inside part of the zone. Even though Michael Pratt turned his shoulder expecting that one to hit him, it just catches the inside part of the zone, I guess. 0-2 now the count to the New Hampshire native. One away, runners on second and first. The 0-2 from Brady Glenn. Swung on and hit out there towards the right field. Jacob Griffin takes a couple steps back. He'll make the catch. Cy Probst will make a couple of steps. The throw comes into second, but it runs by him, so fly out to right field. Jacob Griffin takes a couple steps back, but that'll be out number 2. Is now Zach Dickinson, who would usually be the one hitting, and now Dane Nakasuka comes up to the plate. Nakasuka, who wasn't dressed entering tonight's game, comes up to the plate. As he was working on an essay for a class that he's been taking at Vanguard, was not able to dress for tonight's game. But he now comes up with 2 outs and runners on second and first. So he'll be pinch hitting for Zach Dickinson in the DH spot. That one's laced down the right field line. It's going to land fouls. That one would have been for extra bases. He just turned on a little too quickly, unfortunately for Dane. The lefty-lefty matchup once again here between the two sides. Dane now batting .397, 24 RBIs, the team leader in both categories. The 0-1 from Brady Glenn. Down and away, and now 1-1 the count. The Lassen Community College product on the mound. Continues to work. Madrigal will hit next. As Berkland works out there on the mound, it might be Griffin Snyder as well, possibly, as he was getting some work. We will see, of course. 1-1 now the count. 2 away, runners on second and first. The next pitch, outside once again. 2-1 now the count to Dane Nakasuka, the California native from Vanguard University, who was not dressed to start tonight's game, but I guess got dressed in a hurry and is now in the ball game. Hitting for Zach Dickinson, who was pulled from right in as the DH. He now gets pinch hit for by Dane Nakasuka. So he'll now step off for a quick moment. Dane Nakasuka, look to see what he can do here. The next pitch. Curveball smashed down the right field line. That ball's going to keep flying. Jacob Griffin's going to try and make it there. He will. It just makes it into fair territory, so out number 3. It would have been trouble had Jacob Griffin not been able to get there in time, but he does so there. So we'll enter the top of the 7th. 12-3 your score. Semler Dietrich will come up to the mound. The Ragin' Roosters keep the 10-run rule from activating here just yet. We'll be right back after this quick break. Thank you for listening to the Ragin' Rooster broadcast here on YouTube. We'll be back momentarily. Hello everyone and welcome back here to Bancroft Memorial Park here in Bancroft, Iowa. 12-3 here now is the score. So we enter the top of the 7th. Jacob Griffin, 1 for 2 tonight, will come up to the plate. Semler Dietrich will continue to pitch on the mound in relief of River Terry. As we sit now on the top of the 7th, once again 12-3 your score. The Trappers lead the North Iowa Ragin Roosters. Jacob Griffin will come up to the plate. That's the right fielder hitting in the 9-hole. The home run, extra base hit, and RBI leader for this Pierre Trappers crew comes back up once again. Time is called by the Griffin as Dietrich was getting up in his windup. He doesn't get the opportunity to go with the pitch though. That's the High Point University player. Pitches. Hit out towards shallow center fielder. He's actually going to right in the infield. Jarrett Brandon will make the catch. So 1 away. We'll now have thank you, Travis. So Travis comes up to the box for a moment. So now Jackson Mix will come up to the plate with 1 away now and nobody on.
Bat for the Trappers, shortstop number 4, Jackson Mix.
So now the next pitch to Jackson Mix, just inside, doesn't get it to go. Ball 1. So 1-0 now the count. 1 out, nobody on after the fly out from Jacob Griffin. Jackson Mix 1 for 3 tonight. Next pitch you'll see down low in the zone. So 2-0 now the count to tonight's shortstop. He singled the last time he came up on that deep fly ball to right. Unfortunately for him, Colton Yanish was ahead of him and didn't make it very far as he only was able to make it up to second base. The 2-0. Release over to that first base side. Wyatt Duncan won't be able to get it. That's going to be for extra bases. Jackson Mix will be on the move. That ball's going to end up all the way in right field. He's going to round second, trying to make it into third. The throw comes into the infield. He'll have a triple. A hard ground ball off the bat of Jackson Mix. Triples to put him on third. So a triple off the bat of Jackson Mix. He's now 2 for 4 on the night. Will bring up Trevor Seagraves, who is 0 for 1 with a couple of walks to his name. He comes up with a runner on third and only 1 away. We'll look to see if he can make this a 10-run ball game once again. The Ottawa University of Arizona product comes up once again. Now 7 RBIs and 18 runs on the season for him. He walked the last time he came up, has a sac fly to his name tonight. A ground out as well. The next pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1 on the fastball that was up and in, and he goes right through it. So 0-1 now the count. 1 away, a runner 90 feet away in Jackson Mix after the triple down that right field line. Dane Nakasuka now out in right field. Was not able to get to. The next pitch. Hit down that first base line. It's going to bounce off the bag. That's a fair ball. So it's going to be extra bases once again for Seagraves. It did bounce over on that first base bag. So a double off the bat of Seagraves on the ground ball down that right field line is able to get him to score. So now it is 13-3. As now Tynan Shahidi will come up. It looked like it was going to land foul at first, but it's able to stay fair down the first base line. Seagraves' first hit, as now Dakota Young will come out to talk to his pitcher for a moment. I don't believe they're going to pull him just yet. We will see, of course, though, as he is now up to 23 pitches through an inning of work. He now has 1 away. He came in with 1 away with the River Terry. He now has a full inning of work under his name, and now he has runners on second with only 1 away. As Shahidi will now come out. Some of the fireworks behind us here. So the 4th of July is approaching, obviously, 2 days from now. So people are testing out their fireworks currently. As there are a couple of festivals happening throughout here in North Iowa, including the biker event that is occurring over in Algona, 25 minutes south of here. They've been driving through the area. The first pitch from Dietrich up in the zone, ball 1 to Tynan Shahidi. 1 out, runner on second, 13-3 now your score here in the top of the 7th inning. Semler Dietrich checks the runner at second once again. The next pitch, outside once again. 2-0 now the count. It's the High Point product on the mound, trying to keep it working. 25 pitches now to his name. Coming in after only a few days of rest, coming in relief after pitching in Game 3 against the Trappers. The 2-0. Outside once again. 3-0 now the count. Dietrich a little frustrated with himself on that last pitch. He's trying to see if he can get himself one here. Shahidi will most likely hold on this next swing. Probably won't even lift the bat off his shoulder. The 3-0 now from similar Dietrich. Gets the sign from his catcher. Checks the runner at second. The 3-0. Outside ball 4 once again, and unfortunately that now puts runners on first and second with one away. Shahidi throws that one right over his head. And now Hunter Brown, who is 2 for 4 tonight, comes up to the plate. He started off 0 for 2 and then collected them back-to-back hits. He now comes up once again. Brown singled to center field the last time he came up. Grounded out, struck out, and hit that single that third base side that Griffin Snyder tried to Arenado. Unfortunately wasn't able to make the play. The next pitch. Up in the zone, ball 1, 1-0 now the count on the high breaking ball from similar Dietrich. One and 0 now the count. The High Point product on the mound, trying to get through this top of the 7th inning without any more damage to his name. The next pitch. And again, now 2-0 the count from Dietrich. Dietrich now a pitch away from 30 through only an inning of work. He's trying to see what he can do here. He's faced 8 batters already. 2-0 the count. The next pitch. Laced out there towards left field. Eddie Madrigal will try and get underneath it. He'll take a couple steps in and he'll make the catch. And another catch out there from Eddie Madrigal. In his first appearance here in the Expedition League in left field. So now 2 away. Maddox Mueller will come up. 1 for 3 tonight for tonight's center fielder. Look to see if he can extend the lead for the Pierre Trappers. Similar Dietrich now with 2 away. We'll look to see if he can get away without any more damage to his name. He singled the last time he came up before back-to-back strikeouts and a walk. So now we'll look to see what he can do here. With 2 outs and runners on second and first. First pitch from Dietrich, way out and away, ball 1. High Point product on the mound right now, coming in relief of River Terry, who went 5 1/3 inning of work, faced 31 batters, gave up 8 hits, 11 runs, 10 of those earned, with 10 walks and 3 strikeouts in a game that, fortunately for him, his control just seemed to disappear from him in the later innings. The next pitch, hit up and over to the left-hand side, and that'll be 1-1 now the count to Mueller. 2 outs, 1-1 your score here in the top of the 7th inning. The North Iowa Ragin Roosters down to the Pierre Trappers 13-3. They'll have to score a run in the bottom half of their inning to keep this ball game alive. The 10-run rule is in effect here in the Expedition League after 7 innings. The 1-1 from Mueller. Just outside, 2-1 now the count to the center fielder of the Pierre Trappers. Hitting in the 5-hole tonight. Noah McCurry will follow him up from the DH as we continue to hear the fireworks here. Continue to lift off behind us. The 2-1 from similar Dietrich. Laced over there down the left field line. That ball's going to be for extra bases. No, Eddie Madrigal's going to try and track it down. That'll score at least 1 run. Tynan Shahidi's going to get held up at third, so a double off the bat of Maddox Mueller. An absolute bullet down that left field line. Eddie Madrigal had to go try and chase it down. So now 14-3 your score. Now Dakota Young's going to come out and pull his pitcher. So that'll end Semler Dietrich's night, unfortunately for him. Gives up yet another run, and that'll end it for him here. So we'll now have another new pitcher for the Ragin' Roosters. It will be Isaiah Berklin. With 2 outs, and runners on second and third, it'll be Berklin coming in. So we'll be right back after this quick break. Thank you for listening to the Ragin' Rooster broadcast here on YouTube. We'll be back momentarily. Hello everyone and welcome back here to Bancroft, Iowa, Bancroft Memorial Park, as it is now 14-3 your score. Similar Dietrich's will end his night. Unfortunately for him, he's only able to go to an inning and a third of work. Gives up 5 hits, 3 runs, gets a walk and a strikeout. As now Isaiah Berkland, someone who we have not seen in, well, quite a hot minute, will get the next relief appearance. The Iowa Central Community College product, the left-handed reliever with that sidearm throw. He has only given up 3 hits on the year, but his ERA sits at 12 after he has walked quite a few batters, unfortunately for him, including Jackson Mix, who was hit by a pitch the last time he saw him and was sent to the hospital to get stitches. So Berkland now comes up. The first pitch, outside ball 1, as Berkland now has runners on second and third with 2 away. Berkland has great velocity up there on the mound. Unfortunately, control has been his biggest issue. He has 7 strikeouts through 6 in the third inning of work. The 1-0. Fouled off. 1-1 now the count is Berkland. That one comes a little closer to me up here in the box. That little gap, as you can see from the netting, would definitely come up and get me here if there's one popped up towards us. As hoping to dodge it possibly. Maybe my baseball skills from back in the day will come out. We'll see though. 1-1 now the count to Noah McCreary. 2 for 4 tonight. The next pitch. Big swing and a miss. Strike 2. Is it actually is number 7 Andrew Beavers at the plate? I apologize. It is not Noah McCreary. Beavers comes in as a pinch hitter. So now 1-2 the count after Berkland gets a big swing and a miss. He'll look to see if he can record a strikeout here. The next pitch. Hit up and over in foul territory. It'll land out of play. Still 1-2 now the count to Beavers. Berkland seems to have himself a little more under control. He unfortunately was dealing with some left shoulder soreness when the last time we saw him. He's been out for a couple of weeks now. He comes back in and he seems to be feeling himself right now. The 1-2 from Berkland. Up in the zone now, 2-2 the count. It's the left-hander with great velocity. He's been working with Adam Pointer, the pitching coach of this Ragin' Rooster crew, who is not here tonight, unfortunately. But he's been working with him to get his mechanics a little more under control, get himself with some better command. The 2-2 up in the zone once again. Now 3-2 the count. He puts his hands up. He says, all right, calm down, I understand. As the fireworks continue to go off here behind us in Bancroft. I'm not sure who's shooting them off, but it's definitely not us. So full count now to Andrew Beavers. Runners on second and third, 2 outs. The next pitch from Berkland. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Isaiah Berkland in his first pitching appearance in gosh knows how many weeks comes up and gets a strikeout, and it's a much needed one at that. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th inning. 14-3 your score. We'll be right back after this quick break. Thank you for listening to the Ragin' Rooster broadcast here on YouTube. We'll be back momentarily. Hello everyone and welcome back here to Bancroft Memorial Park here in Bancroft, Iowa. 14-3 your score. Eddie Madrigal will now come up to the plate as we enter the bottom of the 7th. The Ragin' Roosters need to score at least 2 to keep this ball game going. Madrigal is a good start. He is 0 for 3 tonight, unfortunately for him. He has 2 strikeouts and a double play to his name. He'll look to see if he can bounce back here as Brady Glenn will continue to work on the mound. comes in relief of Caleb Hay. He'll get his second inning of work. He gave up a run in the bottom of the 6th. He'll come up now. First pitch to the left-hander will be a called strike on the outside part of the zone. Lefty v. lefty matchup here as the St. Mary's product faces the Layson Community College product. The 0-1 from Brady Glenn. Laced over that first base side. Will land fair, will not. Foul ball. So 0-2 now the count. To Eddie Madrigal. California native, 19 years of age. Did not play last season at St. Mary's. Did not play there last year. The 0-1 or 0-2. That one's hit over the second base side. Seagraves played into the shift. He picks it up cleanly. The throw to first in time. Out number 1. Seagraves was playing pretty much a shifted offense. He was smart over there, knew that was going to be that way, as Mix and everybody else in the infield were not really over that way. So he's smart enough to be over there and make the play. So now Wyatt Duncan comes up to the plate. That's of course not saying that anybody else in the infield didn't know, but it was very a heads up by Seagraves to make the move over there. So now Duncan, who is 0 for 1 with a handful of walks to his name, comes up to the plate. 1 away now. 14-3 your score here in the bottom of the 7th. The first pitch from Glenn, down in the dirt, ball 1. 1-0 now the count. It's 9:13, 2 minutes to 9:15 here in the Midwest. The wind blowing in from left center field. Now 70 degrees, probably a little bit lower as the sun continues to set. The next pitch, laced over down that third base line. That'll be foul. 1-1 now the count. What was an absolute bullet there as these two power hitters just come up as Magical unfortunately grounds out to second. Wyatt Duncan now up, and Jared Brandon, who already has a solo home run tonight, will be up next. 1-1 now the count to Wyatt Duncan. 1 away, nobody on here in the bottom of the 7th. The Ragin' Roosters need to score 2 to keep this ball game alive. The next pitch, breaking ball outside. Now 2-1 the count. Brady Glenn, not really much of a walk or strikeout machine. Simply gets batters to hit into outs. He's looking to see if he can get them to do so here. Fireworks continue to set off behind us. The 2-1. Hit over that third base side. It's going to be in fair territory. The throw from third will be in time. What a throw by Hunter Brown. Goodness gracious me. Hunter Brown from deep in foul territory. There's the Arenado play. He'll make the play. 2 outs on a, well, I'll say it, Hunter Brown with the outstanding defensive play over at third. Looking like Manny Machado, Nolan Arenado, whoever you want to call him, a good play. So now Brandon comes up to the plate. Already a solo homer for him tonight. He comes up with 2 away. First pitch, he'll see ball 1 outside. Is Brandon the final attempt here possibly to keep this ball game alive? Once again, already a solo home run tonight for the Sheriff. He'll come up once again. Next pitch is fouled straight up and over out of play. So 1-1 now the count to the Kansas Westland transfer. 14-3 your score. The Ragin' Roosters need to score 2 to keep this ball game alive. Griffin Snyder will be up next if Jared Brandon continue to keep this game alive. And then Nick Easton will follow. The next pitch, too low, ball 2. Now 2-1 the count. That's 2-1 now the count to the second baseman, the left-handed hitter. The next pitch, breaking ball inside, call strike. So 2-2 now the count as Brandon nods his head and said, all right, okay, all right. Just got to stay alive now. Down to our final strike here in Bancroft. 2 outs, 2-2 now your score. The Ragin' Roosters trying to stay alive. The next pitch, outside, a ball 3. Full count now to Jared Brandon. Brandon again trying to stay alive. Griffin Snyder next. Nick Easton will follow. Brandon already a solo home run on the night. He's 1 for 3. Full count pitch. Fouled off. Brandon stays alive. As he gets underneath that one a little bit, is that big hulking swing that he takes. One that we've already seen him take a line drive over the right field fence. I'll come up once again. Still full count, 2 away. 14-3 your score in the bottom of the 7th. Down to their final strike for the Ragin' Roosters. The next pitch. Outside ball 4. Jared Brandon gets himself on with a walk. The inning continues.
For the Roosters, third baseman number 23, Griffin Snyder.
So now Griffin Snyder comes up to the plate. Snyder 2 for 3 tonight, and what's been another good offensive outing for him. Comes up once again. He Got into a fielder's choice the first time he came up before singling the second time and then hitting that monster double out there to the left center field side. He now comes up once again. He also has a stolen base on the night. A runner on first, 2 outs. 14-3 your score. Griffin Snyder trying to keep this ball game alive. The next pitch. Hit over there to the right center field side. The right fielder, Jacob Griffin, tries to get underneath it. He will. Out number 3. Ball game.
Final score.
And that'll end it here in Bancroft. 14-3 your score. Caleb Hay will receive the victory. River Terry will receive the loss. That'll end it here in Bancroft. The Ragin Roosters will fall to the Pierre Trappers. The series now at 2-1. So now the Pierre Trappers, they jump up to 12-20 on the year, or 12-22 I should say, I apologize. And North Iowa Ragin Roosters at 9-21. So 13-4 your final here between the North Iowa Ragin Roosters and the Pierre Trappers. I don't believe anybody on the Ragin Roosters crew is going to want to come up and talk here on the interview for obvious reasons. So River Terry unfortunately takes the loss. 5 1/3 inning of work for him. 8 hits, 11 runs, 10 of those earned, 10 walks, and an unfortunate outing in control for him. 3 strikeouts. Dietrich goes 1 1/3 inning of work, gives up 5 hits, 3 runs, all of those earned, a walk and a strikeout. Berkland then throws a strikeout to get the final out. Caleb Hay will receive the win. He went 5 innings, gave up 7 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned, 2 walks with 6 strikeouts. As Brady Glenn, 2 innings, gets a hit, an earned run against him, and 2 walks. Does not record a strikeout, but is able to close out the ball game. So the Trappers come away victorious here tonight. Now the series at 2-1 through this 4 games. We'll play these Trappers once again tomorrow at 6:35, or excuse me, it'll be 5:35. It is a Sunday game. I apologize. I forgot what time of the day and what day of the week it is. So that'll be tomorrow's game, 5:35 between these two sides. We will see who gets the start for the Ragin Roosters. A similar Dietrich pitches tonight. He will not get the start. River Terry also making his appearance. So the belief is that it might be Travis Herbert. That is the belief. We will see, of course, who gets out there. So once again, the final score here in Bancroft, 14-3 through 7. The Ragin Roosters fall to the 10-run roll here in Bancroft. After winning games 1 and 2, they fall here. So thank you everyone for listening to tonight's ball game here on YouTube. Once again, final score 14-3. The Pierre Trappers defeat the North Iowa Ragin Roosters here in Bancroft Memorial Park. I'm Mason Strawn. Thank you for listening to tonight's ball game. I've had the pleasure of commentating your ball game for you. And once again, thank you for everyone for coming out and listening. We hope to see you tomorrow here at 5:35 against the Trappers once again. Thank you everyone for listening, and have a good night.